It's to die for. DJ Khaled.
I got it. Yeah, I had to get up. I still kill the game, dead up. I come back better. With me, you gon' have to get your bread up. Yeah. Shut up. Chicks like me don't stay down, never ever. Cause when I roll up, see my pockets swole up. Ladies, we gon' show up and show them how we blow up.
You can be mad if you wanna. Really, I'll be mad too if I lost a real down and woman. Take a deep breath, baby, cause I'm petty, so you're about to see me stuntin'. You ain't care enough to keep a good thing, or I'ma do it like it's nothing.
Do it like it's nothing. Do it like it's nothing. Do it like it's nothing.
I'ma blow up. Throw it in face like yeah. Really have some fun. Throw it in face like yeah. I know you had this one coming. I had to take back my note. You thought that you were so clever, but baby, you know, I know better. How much did I warn you? I keep telling you what I'm gon' do. You keep trying and trying my patience. Now you're lost and confused and you're pacing, you're wasting your time. Promise I made up my mind. Just worry about you. I'ma be fine, I'm good. Savior, I'm sorry, just keep it. Nothing you say's gonna stop me from being out. Ooh. Oh, you can do that dumb shit somewhere else. Yeah, baby. They don't call me that queen for nothing. No. I'ma glow up. Throw it in face like yeah. Really have some fun. Throw it in face like yeah. I know you heard this one coming. You thought that you were so clever, but baby, you know, I know better.
You know what I know. You know what I know. That I got that wide low. Cash, racks. I can't catch no feelings though. No feelings. They told me about you before. But you still tryna make your move. Still tryna get in groove. She think cause I bought her shoes. That's gonna make the news. That's gonna make the blog. What's that in my backwood, Mary J? She wanna be a boss like Mary J. Counting up commas in the driveway. No more drama like Mary J. You started out bad, now you going outside. You started out fine, then you end up blind. You was stuck up the first time I showed up. Stuck up, now you so in love when a nigga glowed up.
You made me cry. Is it you? You make me that you were so clever, but baby, you know, I know better. I'ma blow up. Throw it in face like yeah. Have some fun. Throw it in face like yeah. I know you had this one coming. I had to take back my love. You thought that you were so clever, but baby, you know, I know better.
Mary J. Blige.
And I'ma blow up. I'ma blow up.
Glow up.
Throw it in your face like yeah.
The queen. The queen. The queen. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Show it what you want. Show it what you need. My niggas run the game. We ain't never leave.
Hey, here we are. Lone Star Sports Network with the Lone Star Sports Show. Got Snoop Johnson back in the studio today. My man, Casey Barksdale, sometimes known as Barksy. The Rook, the
Barksdale, man.
Barksdale today.
He's already mad at me.
It's gonna be a rough day today.
It's gonna be a rough day.
It's gonna be a rough day today. Lady Life on the ones, two. Coach, you should have heard Casey when they brought it back in. He said Lady Life on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
I ain't hear it.
You didn't hear that? No. Yeah, but no, we got a nice things, some nice things to look at here with what's going on in the state of Texas. Texas is still in the mix, man. You know, it's hard to miss us, Coach. It's hard to miss the Lone Star State. Yeah. Lone Star State gonna get in there some kind of way or another. You know,
it's a lot going on in Texas, Coach.
Yeah.
Like they say, it's bigger in the state of Texas.
Bigger in the state of Texas.
Everything is bigger.
Everything is bigger.
Everything is big.
You know, one of the few states you can drive 12 hours north to south and 12 hours east to west and still in Texas.
That's right.
Yep. So you can get it all done right here. There's a place for you. But Ranger Ross.
You know it. You know it.
Tell me about it, baby. Y'all all right?
Yeah, we got another win last night. 10th inning. Took us 10th inning to do it.
Yeah.
We got it, though.
Coming up strong now.
Yeah. The closer we getting, it's making us starting to make us scratch our head. Did we let go of you Darvish too quick? Now we in that hunt. We in that hunt and we looking for that other guy. Cole Hamels doing his part.
Yeah. Cole Hamels, one dude, he can't pitch every night, Coop.
No. Well, them other guys, they playing well, but just think if you had you sitting right there. You know, I think they made the right move, though.
For the future, they definitely made the right move.
He was at the end of his contract. They picked up got some picks.
I heard some crazy stuff about they could possibly get him back.
Yeah.
In some kind of way or another.
Yeah,
tell us about that. I know you on top of your
No, they did. They said, you really didn't want to leave, and he really, when he got over here, he likes his time. Mm-hmm. He's enjoyed his time in Texas. Mm-hmm. It's all about if Texas want to spend that kind of money, to bring him back. And
is Tom Hicks still on the Rangers anymore?
No, Tom Hicks.
He retired
two owners ago.
Yeah, 2 owners ago, I think. Coach, y'all still 2 games back. He ain't losing no ground, Coach. That's good.
Yeah.
In situations like this, the worst thing you can, as much as you want to keep winning, as much as you want to do, but you don't want to lose any ground.
Well, the one thing about it now, the 2 teams that's holding the wild card, they're not in the same division now. So that's not going to be people playing each other. Mm-hmm. You got the Yankees, you got Minnesota. They just sitting right there, Yankees and Minnesota. So now we don't play any of those guys the last month.
Yeah, y'all got to go back. You got the Angels again tonight, don't you?
We got the Angels. It's the last of the 4-game series. We don't need to split. We need to win the series.
Right now, y'all 2-1, right? Y'all have already won
in this series.
Yeah,
we 2-1 in the series. That's why I say we don't need to go 2-2. Don't do nothing. They just wash. It's a wash. We need to win the series. You're either gonna be a wash or you're gonna gain 2 games on the Angels.
Angels, right.
Yeah. Yep. See, the Angels, when we started the series, the Angels was leading. They were in the wild card. They wasn't leading the wild card, but they was trailing.
0.5.
They was trailing.
They're half a game back now.
They're half a game back.
They're half a game back. Kansas City sitting there. There was Kansas City and Seattle. You got them on the list?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But the Angels have fallen off the last couple of years, haven't they? They went out about 5 years ago, I guess, got Albert Pujols and thought they were headed the right direction, and they've fallen off a little bit.
Well, they had just come off winning seasons. When you start when you're having those winning seasons, you got a tendency to worry about the future when it comes.
Yep.
And that's the thing I like about John Daniels with the Rangers. As much as we had that run and we was in the World Series twice and we was real close to winning them, John Daniels stayed focused on the
big picture.
On the big picture, he didn't allow the Rangers to think we
get
just
caught up.
One player here, one player there, and
just trying to just arrive and just in the moment, the big picture program guy.
I mean, because you got to realize the Kansas City Royals, won the World Series 2 years ago.
Well, I mean,
And they right there with
the thing that Snoop is talking about is really bigger than baseball.
Yeah.
But it's the difference in having a program and having a team.
having a team. That's start from little league all the way up.
Right.
If you, I mean, we're gonna talk about it a little later with the Carter team. I mean, you either have a program in place or you have a great team.
Great team.
You know, and I mean, they're gonna recognize this Carter team tonight. But Carter had a great program going on during that time. That team is gonna always be recognized because they were one of only 2 DISD teams that had won a state championship. You know, Sunset was one. You know.
Yep. Now that's one of the things that we have there. I don't know if you recall it being on the room. We're going to visit on that a little bit about it, you know, inner city versus suburban approach toward that thing and how it all shakes out and goes down. But no, I understand. You know, Rangers 63-63 right now, 2 games back. So if you're 63-63, 120, 126, still got
a month.
Got 37 games left to play, roughly, huh? 36, 37 games.
Somewhere in there, you got. I
know you played 162, right?
I know you got about 5 weeks. Put it like that.
5 weeks.
Yeah, about 5 weeks.
5 weeks, and you got 5 weeks and play.
You got next week, and then you got the month of September.
Yeah, so about 2 to 3 games a week. Yeah.
No,
I mean, I'm sorry.
6 games a week minimum.
You
ain't gonna get but 1 day off.
Right. Yeah.
Some weeks you're not gonna get none off.
No, see, it's more than that.
You're gonna go straight through.
You about 38 games left to play.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of that.
Yeah, like the week of September the 10th through the 16th. The Rangers playing straight through.
Look at that, Casey. I got 2 things to point out here before we get ready
straight
to the break. That's the official Ranger Royce Ranger.
Yeah.
Ranger calendar right there. He got it figured out.
This is not for the show. This is my breakdown.
I know it's not for the show.
This is my breakdown. I'm trying to figure out who we got to be.
Nobody else in here knows like I know. Snoop Johnson had one of those last year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what are those big W's on there for? Those are wins, I guess.
Where you
W?
I'm just kidding. I'm
okay. Big W stand for wow. Yeah. We still in it.
Hey, the Rangers had 37 more games left.
I said 36, boy. Okay. Pretty close, Coach.
You want a point?
I want a point, Coach. I want a point.
I saw you throw your hands up. I mean,
one more point.
You said 2 because you right on the head. You said 2. That don't happen. That don't happen that often. You said 2 points. You said 30. You said 37. I'm gonna give you that. You said 36, 37.
Yeah. So I later.
Go ahead and give you 2.
37 games. What do they got to go, Snoop? To be what do they need to do?
What do they need to go? Oh, I'm gonna give you what do they need to go, and I'm gonna give you what they're going.
Okay. Oh, I like these.
I already got this thing figured out. I got this thing.
All the paperwork over here. I'd like to believe you got a good handle on it.
I really feel good about this answer.
You're right.
We got. First of all, we got 30. We have 37 games to guarantee the Rangers a shot in the playoffs in the wild card game. The Rangers need to go 25-12 to guarantee. 25-12 will give them a spot.
25-12 will guarantee you, Coach.
I think it'll give them a shot.
I agree with that. That's a good number.
I think 25-12 will guarantee them because of the teams they're going to be playing. And
what does 22-15 put them?
It's going to be just like it is right now. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Because there's going to be some other teams that's going to play like that too. I think the Rangers' experience, the closer this thing getting, the tighter they get, I think the Rangers' experience is going to be big because they still do have guys that play in the World Series. But when you look at the Rangers,
World Series 3 years ago or 4 years ago?
3.
But
then you have not only those guys. If you look at the Rangers roster, even though you have some of those core guys that was around, it's not as many guys that was around back then that's still here. Right. You got a lot of guys, 21, 22 years old.
I've heard the baseball guys.
But there's been some great leader. I mean, the leadership, I think, is really starting to show itself, especially the last 2 weeks.
Elvis Andrus, and he's growing up. He was a young guy earlier, and he was, you still sitting there with Beltray, and then you brought Napoli back. And those guys like that. But it's a lot of young guys. I'm talking about, I was just listening to the announcer last night, and he was just, this guy's 22, this guy's 21, this guy's, I mean, Coach, your Astros are getting healthy.
Coach, I'm getting ready to come around. I was getting ready to say now we give them, 3/4 of the baseball segment on the Rangers, and they deserve it too. Y'all deserve it, Coach.
I'm giving you a shout out.
We might have to leak over into the next
Astros.
The first thing I want to say to my people down there in Houston, y'all buckle up and hold on there. I know it's a little rough down there. one thing I don't miss about living in Houston is the weather.
With the Evans weather issue?
You're about to get 20 inches of rain, Coach.
Oh, yeah.
20 inches of rain on the dirty side of a tropical storm, 40, 45 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
Not that bad, but it's annoyance. I mean, spending those 20-some years that I spent in Houston, just every so often, man, you just get the news out there, man, and people walking around in knee-deep water in their house.
Yeah.
And it's just, you just come to expect that. It just happens all the time when you're there.
Just get ready for it.
It's amazing how different the weather is.
Yeah.
4 hours away.
Yeah, and probably not even legit 4 hours. I mean, I get to Houston in 3 hours and 15 minutes all the time.
I like to drive the speed limit, Branch.
Then you got to check your math, man. You might be stopped.
I've recently looked at my checkbook and said, you probably need to drive the speed limit.
You got to watch Branch, boy. Branch gets to drive with his legs.
See, Lady Life had one trip to Houston, so she's witnessing.
Branch gets to drive with his legs.
Lady Life, what happened when they pull us over? We still all right? Or
when they pulled you over?
Yeah. So this is probably the first time I've ever seen a black man excited to jump out the car and have a conversation with a
white cop. Because he was old Aggie. He was down there with Ray Turner and them down there. The old cop was there.
Wait a minute. Still go back to when they pulled y'all over.
We coming back for the meeting with the radio deal. We wasn't even speeding. We were like, the speed limit dropped down. We were going 68. We were going 68 and 65. It was one of those constructions where the speed limit kept changing and doing that right there. Yeah. We were up 3 minutes. I got the ticket right. I'll show you at the break. I got a warning. I told him, he knew old Ray Turner and Billy Gillespie and all those guys there. We got right where we need to be. I looked down, saw that old Aggie ring. I said, I can handle him.
That one of them old guys over there in Madisonville somewhere.
We're a little bit closer back this way, right around Ennis or somewhere.
Oh, y'all got this far?
And we'll get on back in here, Coach. You got the Lone Star Sports Show right here.
Nobody told me about that. Nobody told me about when you got pulled over.
Got Lady Life on the ones and twos. Snoop Johnson back in here leading us in. The prof, we going to call him. Got school teaching clothes on there. You got the Sweat Hogs listed, man?
Got a new group, man.
You got a new group?
New group. I can't call this group Sweat Hogs.
Can't call this group Sweat Hogs.
Yeah.
We got the researcher over there, the Rook, handling and getting us where we need to be. My main man, Casey Barksdale, the man with many hats and many jobs. Figuring it all out. And your guy, Alan Branch, here at the Lone Star Sports Show. Today's show is brought to you by FastModelSports.com. Go check them out. Take a look and see how basketball is finding its way into the 21st century on the backs in the vehicle of technology. FastModelSports.com. Back with you in about 175 seconds.
That means I don't with you. I'm a boss, you a worker. I make bloody moves. Now she say she gon' do what or who? Let's find out and see. Cardi B, you know where I'm at, you know where I be. You in the club just to party. I'm there, I get paid a fee. I be in and out them banks so much, I know they tired of me. Honestly, don't give a about who in front of me. Drop 2 mixtapes in 6 months. We're breaking as hard as me. I don't bother with these. Don't let these bother me. They see pictures, they say ghosts. I'm who they tryna be. Look, I might just chill in some babe. I might just chill with your boo. I might just spill on your babe. My feel like a lake. He wanna swim with his face. I'm like, okay. I let him get what he want. He buy me East and Laurent and the new whip. When I go fast as a horse, I got the trunk in the front. I'm the hottest in the street. Know you probably heard of me. Got a bag and fix my teeth. Hope you know it ain't cheap. And I pay my mama bills. I ain't got no time to chill. Think be mad at me. They baby father wanna bill. Say, little, you can f with me if you wanted to. These expensive, these is red bottoms, these is bloody shoes. Hit the store, I can get them both. I don't wanna choose, and I'm quick cutting off, so don't get comfortable. Look, I don't dance now, I make money moves. Say I don't gotta dance, I make money move. If I see you now speak, that means I don't with you. I'm a boss, you a worker. I make bloody moves. If you get popped, you a goofy, you a op. Don't you come around my way, you can't hang around my block. And I just check my account, turns out I'm rich. I put my hand above my hip, I bet you dip, he dip, she dip. I say, I'll get the money and go. This is hot like a stove. My glitter is gold. Tell that little play her role. I just a rope and no rolls. I just came up in a rave. I need to fill up the tank. No, I need to fill up the safe. I need to let all these know they none of they need to say. I go to dinner and steak.
We back here at the Lone Star Sports Show. 15 after the top of the hour. We got your boy Super Snoop is back. Super Snoop. Ranger Royce. That was last segment.
Yo, PTO.
I got a name for every segment, Coach.
Yeah, PTO me.
This Super Snoop.
Last week
and I got my man Barksy with me.
Barksy. We done went back to Barksy.
I got Barksy in this next segment right here. I got Barksy with me. We gonna team up. We finna team up on you on this NFL segment right here.
We got a little bit more Astros we got to get in.
I got the researcher right here locked in.
Got the researcher locked.
And Lady Lifton, I already broke it down. Hey, did y'all just hear what Cardi B just said? Cardi B said she got her bag and got her teeth fixed.
What's up with that? Y'all gotta help me out.
Well, you had to see Cardi B back when she was on Love and Hip Hop with the teeth. She said, "I got that bag," meaning she got that money.
Right, I got that part. Yeah, she said teeth. I'm trying to figure out how bad her teeth was. The shape of her teeth was in.
It's in bad shape.
Bad shape. So she has some work. So she went and got it fixed.
And she letting the world know that she. Hey,
when she came up,
first thing she did when she got that bag, Coach.
We got her some implants and stuff. And got it all cleaned up there, huh?
She still talk the same though.
Yeah.
You know, like Keisha Cole when she got her teeth fixed. Keisha Cole
cleared up her lyrics.
No, she talked a little different. You know.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you know, like me, I got that lisp. You know, so if I go in and get my teeth fixed, will I still have a lisp? Cardi B lost her lisp.
Hey, Coach, I'm basketball scout.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you wear many hats, Branch. I
think it's going to depend on your muscle memory.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. We got it right there. We just broke it down. We just heard it right there.
Do y'all know in that song right there? Next time I hear that song, the next time we play, I want to play that second half because I want them commercials. I'm gonna count how many times in that song she say Cardi B. Research. Do you think we could Google that? I'm saying she says Cardi B in that song, her own name at least 25 times.
Coach, that's your people, Coach. Like
I like that.
It's brand recognition.
I love it.
Hey, trying to get it in.
I'm finna steal that. So I'm finna steal. Every time I reply on this show, you gonna hear Snoop Johnson.
You got too many names though. Which one you gonna stick with?
Quick baseball fact.
Super Snoop right now.
He
said we still talking baseball. Ranger Royce is still here.
He's still back now.
No, Astro AB. Right.
No,
it's Astro time now.
Yeah, but Ranger Royce is still here.
Well, quick one here, Lufkin, Texas. Playing for the chance to play in the American Finals and the Little League World Series.
Game right there. Where are they playing it? They playing right there.
Williamsport.
Texas is still there, baby.
Dez Bryant, if they make it to the, this is the question. Dez Bryant hadn't probably seen that team ever play, but if they make it to the Little League World Series,
sure they have barbecue and Gatorade and all that right there.
Dez mess around his off day and go up there.
Yeah,
you know they're gonna play Saturday. Yeah, so they're gonna have Sunday off.
Yeah,
Dez mess around, jump on one of them jets.
If he'll stop by the lake and pick Ezekiel up, he can take Ezekiel with him.
Man, Zeke is out there kicking it, boy.
Man, you know what? We getting sidetracked. Branch was talking about the Astros. You gonna get both of us fired,
well,
Snoop.
He didn't wrote something down. Go ahead. He got something he been planning all day. So go ahead.
No, I'm just checking to see what I know. We winning. So one thing I do is as long as we win. You know, as we split and we stay 500 all the way out, we in good shape.
Boy, I'm going to tell you, that thing could change in the first round of the playoffs, though, boy. You can forget all about that great season. Quick. I saw the Rangers do it last year against Toronto.
But you got to look at everybody.
We the best in baseball all year.
Coach, you got to look at everybody back. You know, Carrera, he's back.
They got to get that other pitcher, though. They should have.
He's back in the bullpen throwing the ball.
No, I ain't talking. They should have made a trade. When you that good, you know you're going. They should have made a trade. They should have went locked in.
Brian can't. I mean, cause we'll have 5 people back this time next week.
Yeah, but that don't make you good enough to win it all. That thing gonna change in the playoffs, Coach.
Coaches always standing playing whatever.
I'm just saying it's gonna change. You better have.
See, one thing about it, both Texas teams have been to the promised land before.
It's been a while. This group for Houston ain't been to the promised land.
Well, I mean,
we got some.
Well, what promised land are you talking about in Houston?
we got some players. We got some players that been
both Texas baseball teams. Have been all the way to the
World Series.
When I was thinking about Houston, the Promised Land, remember when they used to play and then they'd bring back Roger Clemens right for the playoffs?
Yeah.
Out of retirement?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Promised Land.
Well, Houston, it's been a
can't
while.
bring Roger Clemens back
No. The league not going to let you bring Roger Clemens back.
Snoop, Cardi B says her name twice in that song. She says Cardi one time, then says Cardi B in the first verse.
Google has failed him for the first time. You wait till we hear that.
We can't play Cardi B.
I tell you what. I tell you what, Snoop. Let's work on this together. Yeah, 1, 2.
We're gonna count them.
3.
Google might be failing.
She started off by saying there. She said, "You can look at me, Cardi B." Then she come right back and watch it.
Because you might not know the words. I know you
know
the lyrics.
No, I don't.
On them lyrics, sometimes you miss it. You might.
I don't
Cardi
know.
B might be saying
It may not be the pronunciation you need to worry about. Maybe hearing.
I don't know. I don't know the. But
now, his math is good. Now, y'all trust me. I've been doing business with him for a long time.
I'm telling you,
he don't have much trouble with his math.
Google don't understand what we really asking. They don't understand because it's something crazy. It's something crazy that we talking about. But I know for a fact Cardi B says her name in that song double-digit times.
You know, I've been around a lot of smart people, great coaches. And, you know, I think coaches who believe in what they're doing is unbelievable. But to have a man say he's smarter than Google is a first for me. I'm unbelievably impressed.
What you hear Marcy does now? You want to listen to him. Marcy said, I've been around some smart people.
Yeah, I heard. He said, would you take the cake?
That's all right, man. Well, I tell you. It's good to be back, boy. It's good.
Man, we miss you. We actually miss you a little bit, Coach. No, that's the whole deal. But we want to say a shout out to the Lufkin Little League group, and we're going to be taking a look and try to keep you posted, and hopefully we can hold our heads right and keep the Lufkin boys and keep Texas a part of it.
Tell the truth, we're not going to be taking a look. You're going to look at it on the screen over there.
Okay.
Find out if did they win or not.
I got them right behind you, Coach.
You're going to let it stroll through it. Let it stroll.
I got two places to work with it from.
So you going to watch the game? You going to watch one?
At the corner of my eye right now. It's right behind. It's on now, right behind you.
So you going to at least catch the next 2 hours over there. You might catch this whole game.
Yeah. They get all warmed up, lined up, talk about Lufkin. Look at all the Texas people up there.
Well, tell me this. Y'all, since y'all already got it locked up, the Astros ought to have about 37, 38 games. What do y'all have to do to hold on? They don't even have they don't have to win but about 15, 16 games to hold on.
Yeah, hold on. I mean, just go 500.
Yeah, but they got the Rangers. They play the Rangers 6 more times.
6 more times. That's when it's going to get interesting around this camp.
they only in front of the Rangers.
One time down there, one time up here.
They in front of the Rangers right now about, 13 games? 13 and a half games?
Yep, 12 and a half, I think. Yeah. Is it 13 or 12 and a half?
I think they're in front of the Rangers by maybe about 13.
Yeah.
Because we still behind the Angels.
Yeah.
In Seattle. We behind the Angels in Seattle.
So 14. No.
Yeah, we 14. So guess what?
Working on y'all, Coach.
That's 6 right there. So they better, when they play the Rangers, they better handle them other one because we cut this thing to 8.
Oh, so y'all talking about 6-0 against the Astros, huh?
Oh, yeah, we can lock in on them.
Coach.
We can handle them. When we want to handle the Astros, we can handle them, Coach.
I don't just have a steak then. I ain't talking about down there.
They treat them like little brothers.
I'm not talking about down at the Saltgrass or back over to my other little local steakhouse. But we go down there to the big house down there.
You owe me,
Coach. If y'all go,
you still owe me for one. I'm gonna figure it out. I forgot what it was.
Y'all gotta watch Snoop when it's talking. No. He get ready to get creative
you
on
you. Watch me. You ain't gotta watch me.
Get creative. I know it's something I missed.
It's a steak dinner.
It may be wrote in that folder somewhere.
No, not this folder right here. Mitch Malone owed me a steak dinner. Branch owed me a steak dinner.
Well, you look at all the steak dinner. Well, you got a lot of steak dinner.
I got one
collected.
I got one more.
Astros got 36 games left.
36.
I did the math on what's left on the season.
Astros, they can go 18-18. They in good shape.
Yeah. 18-18. That's what I said. That's 500.
They can do that with their eyes closed.
Well, we got 6 games up here that already guaranteed. We'll get 4 out of those. Huh? We got to play 3 games out here in with that little town out there called Arlington, Texas. We got a little ballpark or something out there. Yeah. Then we go back down to Houston.
We're gonna be in Houston. We're gonna be in Houston Monday. Or Tuesday. No, Tuesday, because we off Monday.
This Monday? Or this Tuesday?
We in Houston next week.
Next week. Be a little rough Tuesday night, Coach.
We in Houston. We going over here after we finish this. We're gonna go win tonight. Then we got to go to Oakland.
Y'all heard it right here at the Lone Star Sports Show. Both the Texas team doing good. We got one bringing them up. I'm actually supporting. We need 2 Texas teams in the deal. They'll be there.
Yeah,
we'll pull your weight, Coach. Come on.
We got to close out there, and then we're gonna have to go win that head up. We're gonna probably have to go to New York. We're gonna have to go to New York, and Cole Hamel gonna have to go shut them down in the Bronx.
Because we've finna change the subject.
Then we'll come back and play the Astros in the first round, Coach. Because the Astros got the best record, so we're wild card team. Will play the Astros
first round.
Oh my goodness! I'd rather play the Astros than play the Toronto. Toronto, the one that knocked us out the last 2 years.
Yep, sure
we were
did.
the best team. But Toronto had to do just what they doing now, clawing to get in the playoffs.
Y'all hear that one thing in it? We.
Yeah.
He brought in.
One thing about me, I ain't never flip flop my team.
You're loyal.
I went down when the Rangers was at the bottom of the barrel. I was with them.
We were to the bottom of the barrel.
With the Cowboys, 20 years we ain't been to the. I stayed with them. I ain't never no other team. My Lakers, that's my team.
You know, Toronto's always been that team when they get in the playoffs.
Toronto,
that does scare me. It really is.
Toronto,
going fast.
man. That scared me last year when Toronto won the wild card and that's who we had to play. I was like, God.
Well, man, the NFL is just on fire right now. I mean, I guess they say in show business, all publicity is good publicity. They got all kind of publicity going on.
In show business, you heard that from Super Snoop.
Coach, you got it from somewhere, Coach. You made that up, Coach?
No.
You got it. Well, you got it from show business, Coach.
No, you ain't get it.
I can't wait to hear the third segment nickname. I'm excited about that. To be honest with you.
What I'm talking about.
Because he got to come up with 8 nicknames. I believe me, he been working on it.
I got
now.
about 12. About 11. I got about 11.
Oh boy, but no, it's crazy there, man. I mean, you got to think, and I don't want to distract from the real content of what's going on here, but you got to think Roger Goodell is working on getting things. I mean, he's getting ready up for a new contract.
Yeah. He's not going to get that contract.
Oh boy, okay, Roger. I was trying to make things kind of. Snoop Johnson just shot you down.
No, but you know,
it's bad timing.
It's just bad timing. The owners are going to make him the scapegoat, and they're going to get them a fresh, clean slate.
Oh, what are we 2 years away from the next collective bargaining agreement?
Is it that long?
Yeah, that's when they can go on strike. Is that?
Yeah.
It's 2 years.
I think it's 2 years. I think it's 2 years from now.
They're gonna get a clean.
Is it 2020, 2019?
The owners are gonna get themselves a clean slate because right now, see, Roger Goodell is taking the beating on this Kaepernick thing and everything. See,
it's not even his fault.
See, the owners are looking for.
I don't feel sorry for him. When you make that much money, I don't feel sorry for you.
No, I can't feel sorry for him making that kind of money.
No,
they give you that kind of to be a punching bag.
Yeah, exactly.
They give you that kind of money for people to boo you when you come out.
Yeah, because you take those boos for that kind of money. They can boo you. They can boo you for like that.
Come on.
You talk all say whatever they want to say. Huh?
I take a bullet. I take a bullet for somebody. Give me that kind of bag there. I mean, Roger Goodell go buy him a team when it's all over. I mean, just think he's been the commissioner for how many years now?
8. He working on it.
Yep.
7?
No, he got to be longer.
No, it's probably 10 or 11.
At least
he came after
Roselle, right?
Yeah.
He came after Roselle?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody been. Okay, I was thinking about basketball. Hey, you got the Lone Star Sports Show right here. Lady Life is spinning us around trying to get us on the ones and twos, make us stay where we're supposed to be.
$25 million a year. I mean,
Is he making that kind of money? God dog, that messed the deal. Snoop Johnson over there. Unearned Money, the Rook. Knocking all the research and taking care of all the social media and getting us where we need to be. Casey Barksdale and your guy Alan Branch right here with the Lone Star Sports Network with the Lone Star Sports Show. We'll be back in the next segment. This particular segment is brought to you by Bridge Basketball Academy. Take a look and a listen. Take a look at bridgebasketballacademy.com and listen to what Lady Life has for you about the Bridge Basketball experience.
Bridge Basketball Skills Academy begins your road to success with our foundation classes. These classes were created for the beginning basketball player who needs fundamental training rather than game training. These classes provide a progressive mastery of skills that are unique in our industry. We focus on creating a strong foundation by learning technique rather than just focusing on dribbling, passing, or shooting. Our unique combination of a skills matrix within a creative learning environment allows our trainees to learn skills faster than if they just practiced general concepts of the game. It's not what we teach, it's how we teach it that makes the difference. Classes start at $30 for ages 7 and up. Sign up today when we get back on the line, or find more information online at bridgebasketballacademy.com.
I might have to put on my jury for this one.
Rave talk, talking that rave talk. Safe talk, here we go, talking that safe talk. Major key alert.
Oh, we good now.
Major bag alert.
DJ Khaled.
I got the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. We got the car, I'm plead the film. I know the judge, I'ma shoot him some chips. I got the keys.
Major.
I got the keys.
always asking me the key. Till you own your own, you can't be free. Till you own your own, you can't be me. How we still slaves in 2016. Keep the light, keep the bag coming. Every night another bag coming. I ain't been asleep since 96. I ain't seen the back of my eyelids. I've been speeding through life with no safety belt. 101 with the corner with no safety help. I put fun like Josh Norman. I ain't normal. Just a project out in Beverly Hills, California. That rave talk. That's fun. Special golf talk here. All my from the mud, damn near all my millionaires. We gon' take it there, I swear. You gon' think a psychic. You ain't seen nothing like this. I should probably copyright this. I promise they ain't gon' like this.
I got the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. I got the keys. We go to court, I'm pleading film. I know the judge, I'ma shoot him some chumps. I got the keys. I got the keys.
We got the keys right here at the Lone Star Sports Network. Snoop Johnson, Under Your Money. Casey Barksdale, Lady Life, making it do what it does.
Quick is in the building, Coach. Come on, man.
Quick, you got to try to knock it out.
Quick is here, man.
Quick.
Sugar
Ray then, all right.
Yeah.
Next NFL bargaining agreement, this one ends on 2021.
That's what I thought it was 2021 when they can go on the strike. That's when they said they're going to strike.
You said 2020. Did you say 2021?
I said 21. That's how
okay.
I was.
Give him a point.
Yeah, you get yourself another point.
Half point right there.
Now you get another
tallying
point.
up tonight.
Now you get you another point.
Another point. You won.
Well, you're hot today.
Yeah.
Hot today, boy.
Hot.
We don't line up then. There we go.
Okay. Sit around there, did some research today. I tell you, that's why you want to talk about them.
Well, you want to know why the run sheet was laid out at 12 o'clock.
That's all you got to do. See, when you give him an early run sheet, he gonna do some homework. He gonna go get some homework done. That's when you can sit there. When we went to the next segment, he said, "No, we still got some Astros to talk about."
Didn't leave it.
Didn't want to leave all that research hanging.
No.
How impressed were you, Coach? And Barksy, how impressed were you guys with the white NFL players? You know, their support during the national anthem. I mean, my thing is, I'm kind of confused. Because I'm saying support, but my thing is this more about Charlottesville, or does this have anything to do with Kaepernick? I mean, what's y'all take on it? Because I'm confused.
I'm going to throw something back at you, Snoop.
I'm really confused with it.
I'm going to throw something back at you that you write it. I may have given you 3 points that night.
I like it though. I want to know why I like it. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you why you like it.
Go ahead. How you gonna tell me how I like it? Oh, go ahead.
I've been around you, Coach.
Okay.
I make a living. I make a living studying people's habits and tendencies and stuff.
I tell you, boy, Brad's been around me for a while. I've
been around here, boy.
Been around me for a while. You all right?
You said something a long time ago, and I think Casey might have chimed in on it a little bit too. Mm-hmm. Everybody's talking about what he did, but nobody's talking about why he did what he did.
Yeah.
And the focus wasn't away from that.
Yeah.
So now what you see, and that's why I say I think you would support where things are coming from right now, because now what you're seeing is he that went into a silent protest. He never said anything.
Never said anything.
Never said one moment where he just did it.
But he did explain to him after the game.
Yeah, he explained to him after the game. Yeah. But from a media standpoint, people didn't put a lot of emphasis. Everybody kept talking about what he did.
No, they didn't.
They didn't talk about why. Nobody wanted to talk about why.
Nope.
Now what you see coming to it, and this may be going in a direction toward helping race relations and helping people take a clear perspective, but now the focus is actually getting on what he did. One of the things I thought about, and I'm going to bring this up too. For sometimes I like coming here talking about this, and sometimes I don't like coming in here talking about it.
Is the focus though? Are they still talking? Are they starting to talk about the reason he did it, or are you starting to see people that's what my confusion is. Are you seeing people that's just sitting there, that's coming in saying my support for my African American teammates?
I think the support and being, do I want to be, I think this is what every American is saying, do I want to be aligned with any kind of lack of clarity about where I stand on this issue now that it's coming to the front. When you see stuff like Charlottesville going on, when you see all these things going on and continuously going on, people, I mean, decent people are just not wanting to be aligned with that. They don't even want to be confused. I even go, I say, my white sisters and brothers.
Yourself another point on that.
I would even say my white sisters and brothers want to make sure, especially the ones that I got strong relationships with around. They want to make sure, Branch, I'm not with none of that BS that stuff you saw going on. That's not me.
And see,
this is who I am.
And see, that's the thing. That's what I think. See, this is where I am, and this is why I told you to give yourself a point right there, is because when Kaepernick did that, you know, I think that there were there were more white males and females who took it the way they took it, because they're saying kind of what we've been talking about is, are we serious? In 2017, we still talking about that? You see what I'm saying?
That's right.
But see, the Charlottesville stuff made it for real.
Yeah, it made it for real.
It made it for real.
Well, and I thought, though, I did think the stance that Carr and the player with him made.
What was his name? Jerry something? What was
Garrett. I have to look that up, I believe.
The guys were Oakland?
Yes.
The guys
I thought that was a unbelievable and when they interviewed both of them, it was all about support for each other. And, you know, I thought that was a great way, and I thought the message stood loud and clear. But to what Branch said, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Or Quick, or whatever nickname we're going with now.
Quick.
To what Branch said earlier about, you know, your white friends or people, you know, brothers and sisters, saying that I'm not like that.
Yeah.
My point is, we shouldn't even, as a white person, I shouldn't even have to say that to you. My action should show
and it's not that they're saying, I already know because I have a relationship. I know they're not like that.
Right.
They're just saying, I don't support that. That's what they're saying. Yeah. And that's what you see coming forward. What the big deal on this deal is that, let's face it, Colin Kaepernick has been a martyr for a time in this country. He's taken a hit. There's so many times in certain movements and for certain things that have to progress, there has to be a certain amount. Things must be getting rough in Houston, boy. They're starting to cancel school. I just got an email alert.
Yeah.
It is that, you know, it turns around where people have to be a sacrificial lamb sometimes, you know. And what you have to stop and look at, if this thing goes in the right direction, goes the right way, how will we view this situation if we feel like in some form or fashion we make some progress as a country? If we say 3 to 5 years now, we look back and say, you know, we're a little bit better off than we were. This guy brought to the front.
I'm going to tell you this.
He's a hero then.
I'm going to tell you this. Charlottesville saved Colin Kaepernick's football career.
I think I'm not sure if it's his football career, but it saved his career. It saved his face.
It saved his football career.
But,
because there are some white owners that, again, like I told you, I never felt like the owners was blackballing him because of a black-white issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I never felt like it was about that with them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I still think they didn't like the way that Colin Kaepernick in that press conference case. One thing you kneel down, but now you come back and you go in front of that screen and you talking about a white officer and a black. Now you made it to them.
Mm-hmm.
Kaepernick made it racist. Besides, with him not saying, with him not saying to them, Kaepernick should have said, "I got a problem with officers killing young men," and he would be fine.
Right.
But with him saying white officer killing these black kids,
that's when they got
black and brown kids to them.
Because officers,
but
you said it all the time, Coach. Officers killing kids is the issue.
But I'm saying, Coach, that's why you don't hear them talking about it. Because if they talk about it, what they gonna say? See, you don't even want to hear that coming out. That's their brand. They don't even want to hear that. In Charlotte, that's the Charlottesville stuff.
Yep.
Where it's going right now, because of what Branch just said a few minutes ago, just like that, I've had some white friends that, and they don't have to do it, but I appreciate them doing it. Yeah. Because let me tell you what it does. It's not even an issue of me even doubting who you were and who you are.
Just showing some sensitivity.
No, it's showing that they are identifying that this stuff is crazy. They are identifying with them saying, that's not me. They letting you know that this stuff is still alive.
Right. But
that, it's a lie, and it ain't going. It's never going anywhere.
But everyone talks about the stance that Kaepernick, the kneeling, and then we talked about the why and stuff. The problem is, and I've said this on every show.
Was it a stance or just a protest?
Either way, I mean, it's all in how you classify whatever your thoughts are.
Yeah.
My thing is, no one's taken a stance and said, this is how we fix it. And I think it starts from youth because we've got to get our youth in a convention-type setting or in a setting where there's thousands of them, hundreds of them, where a message can be heard and they can express in front of people the real problems, where they're broken up into groups and they really talk about race and what race means and that kind of stuff. Otherwise, you're never going to fix it. You're always going to have these debates because we're older.
Right.
And you've got to fix it from the bottom up.
Passes down,
I like some of the things that you said that LT was going to be doing, taking some young kids and put them in some situations to interact and have a chance to stand up and say, what it is that they feel that's how the life, they pretty much, for them to voice the America that they would like to live in. This is how we would like to. This is how we like to live in harmony, and be able to, for America to be so great, And I'll tell you another thing. We get ready to go to break here in a couple of minutes. But one of my favorite guys, I like him. I have a lot of respect for him. I admire everything he's done. I appreciate him. But Jerry Jones Jerry Jones gotten a little goofy on this deal. He stepped up and said, no protesting with the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And if you do,
Well, Jerry Jones is the biggest businessman in the league.
Yep.
So his thing is.
Jerry think maybe getting enough attention of the Cowboys. We need to get in on this.
He's not going to take no attention off of him. And Jerry loved this stuff as long as they talking about him and the players.
Yeah.
Zeke, Zeke out there at the lake. Jerry, that's national for him.
No. National analysts really disappointed with Dez Bryant. So let's get the Cowboys back in here. Yeah.
Dez.
Yeah. I mean, you express your thoughts on that.
Yeah.
But you got the Lone Star Sports Show right here. We're rolling right on down the road with the Lone Star Sports Network. You got us right there on Periscope. I think we may even be on Instagram. Under Your Money, the Rook is taking us on technology, but we got the Lone Star Sports Network and Dallas Weekly on air.com. Today's show is brought to you by Fast Model Sports, fastmodelsports.com. Go take a look at it. This particular segment is brought to you by Fast Recruit. We're going to keep on doing it and giving it to you like it is. We got plenty more racked up. We're not even halfway yet. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about some local stuff. It's Basketball Thursday.
Got to talk about Odell real quick when we come back.
Oh, yeah. You threw that one out there. So we got a lot to do. So we got a lot of work to do. We'll be right back in 180 seconds with more Lone Star Sports Show on the Lone Star Sports Network.
Your 300 million of it still got no focus. Sorry, America, but I will not be your soldier. Obama just wasn't enough, I need some more closure. And Donald Trump is not equipped to take this country over. Let's face facts, cuz we know what's the real motives. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized my people, made us all loners. Still got the last names of our slave owners. In the land of the free is full of freeloaders. Leave us dead in the street to be the organ donors. They disorganized my people, made us all loners. Yeah, we can't change the world unless we change ourselves. Die from the sicknesses if we don't seek the help. All eyes be my witness when I speak.
See what's going on, see how it's all going down here at the Lone Star Sports Show. Yeah, oh yeah. Lady Life brought something real smooth in there on me right there. That was a new one right there. That was a new cut. But what would you say? You said that was Jody Bass? Joey Bass? Oh, that was Badass? I remember him. I remember old Joey Badass. Okay. Yeah. No, he wasn't no. Joey got a deal. He got a record deal. He got a real record deal. Yeah.
Yeah, for all you folks don't know, before Snoop became
a
championship.
Yo, Mike not. There you go.
Yeah.
Now you back in.
All y'all don't know, before Snoop Johnson became a championship basketball coach, he was a high-level rapper. He just made a choice. He thought he was going to go get that deal.
Who told you I was a high-level rapper?
Ice MCs, Coach. You told us that. All them dudes you talking about was stars. You was right there with them dudes,
Coach. I told you we had a hot song.
Coach, you was number one, Coach.
We were.
Coach, if you number one, that means you high level, Coach.
Yeah, but it's some guys that been on some top albums that wasn't. Oh, yeah, I told you I I was the hype man, coach.
Coach, everybody got a role, coach.
Yeah.
You talk about that in basketball
I play
all the
my
time.
role now.
You play your role.
That's
you
right.
did what you're supposed to do, coach.
That's right.
You high level, coach.
Yeah.
Coach, give yourself a point, coach. You was a hell of a rapper, coach. A hype man with the rap group.
We need to
Point.
find that old cassette tape.
Yeah, it might be on 8-track.
No, it wasn't on the 8-track, coach. We had them cassettes.
Yeah, cassettes.
Then we put it on. What's the radio station? Put it on the
CD.
CD. We didn't have no CD. Radio station.
Radio station has CD. Yeah. But no, man. I mean, this whole thing is getting all over the place. But
what about Odell, man? Was that a cheap shot?
I mean, where you got to hit a guy's football, coach. You got to hit a dude somewhere. You don't want him to hit him in the head.
Yeah,
coach. If I mean, it make me have a flashback, a boxing flashback.
You don't think that guy could have went on and hit Odell right there in the side or in the hips or something?
Coach, everybody always talks about, coach. If I throw something, and I throw it at your chest, and when it comes out of my hand, you stick your head down there where your chest.
Well,
so you can hit
one thing about the football player, he just reacting.
Yeah,
it ain't like he got time to sit around there and be
right.
moving and be sitting there. Well, okay, I need to hit him right.
Well, no, because the dude steady moving.
Yeah, but Odell, I can understand that was a big tight end or something like that. Come on, that's little Odell. That guy could have just bam.
Coach, it's business out there, coach. You got to put him down right here.
That guy put that helmet right into the knees.
So you're saying it was bounty? You trying to go get him, huh?
You trying to go get Odell, coach? There's a lot of guys in the NFL ain't feeling Odell.
I heard some strange.
Well, he's really talented. Yeah. I'll say that.
But that joke can catch that football, can't he?
Unbelievable.
Odell said I should be the highest paid, not receiver.
We talked about that.
But player in the league.
In the league, period. Tom Brady, anybody, he's the best one.
I'm getting ready to make. I'm getting ready. Odell Beckham will play. He will not play more than 8 games this year. Because when he come back, they still going after.
Going after him.
So they going after Odell. I just feel it.
There's some more things going on with Odell. It's not fit for radio, but
yeah.
That make him go after you
Odell.
too. Yeah, that make him go after you
that's
too.
Odell.
Yeah. But no, that's the piece. And I appreciate you getting that in, and that's what the whole deal.
Yeah, I had to find out. I just wanted to know what y'all thought about that.
The big three squeezing, just throwing one in is not supposed to be in here. The big three got renewed, coach.
Oh,
they had your man. Did he go to soccer, Brian Adams?
Kenyon Martin?
Yeah.
He went to Brian Adams.
Brian Adams.
He's an Oak Cliff guy.
He's an Oak Cliff dude, though.
Cliff dude.
Yeah, right back over here. Yeah. Kenyon
didn't want to go to Roosevelt.
Yeah, that's where he's supposed to go.
He didn't want to go to your school.
No, he didn't want to go to school. He got in a little down.
Boy, if he stays healthy, they got a national championship in Cincinnati.
Yeah, and he broke his leg.
Sure did. That team was unbelievable.
Right. That was, what's the little guard that played with the Lakers?
Nick Van Exel.
That's my dude. Yeah, we used to hang out quite a bit.
They had him all over there, boy.
Yeah, him lined up.
They had him lined up over there.
Yeah. They had him lined up. That's part of it, man. Get them lined up. Well, Coach, I don't know if we're gonna start. We're gonna deal with this for a while. It's got a lot going on, squeezed down. We got more run sheet than we got show, Coach.
Yeah.
But Carter High sitting right there, Coach. Was that?
I think your YouTube went down again. YouTube, you listening?
No.
But let's continue to talk.
No, it's going. It's rolling.
Okay. That might just be.
It might be you, Coach. Your operation might be down. I can tell when everything's not operational.
Go ahead.
Carter High, Carter Cowboys, not even a mile from where we're sitting here right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're probably about 2 miles from here. Yeah. ESPN is taking advantage. One thing that kind of jumped out at me on that deal is that they did the movie Carter High.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was all cool. It was okay. I didn't think it was anything bad.
Okay.
Got old Coach Fernando living right down the street here on Redbird on the move.
You talking about Freddie?
Freddie. Yeah. Fernando was his son.
You talking about the son?
Yeah. Fernando and I played together. Yeah. And
that might be Freddie's real name, Fernando. He might just go as Freddie.
I'm not
Fernando
sure.
might be Fernando.
Fernando and I the same age. We came
Fernando might be a junior.
Summer track.
He might be a junior. That might be why Freddie called himself Freddie James instead of Fernando James.
I'm not sure. I don't ever.
Freddie sound better as a coach.
Yeah.
Instead of walking in and saying,
Coach,
I'm Coach Fernando James. I'm Freddie.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure about that.
Hey, Yanni, I'm Freddie James. Hey, Barkley, I'm Fernando James. What sounds better?
Freddie was a big lollipop guy.
Yeah.
All the way back when we were kids.
That's just like me walking in and saying, how you doing? I'm Coach Snoop Johnson.
Mm-hmm. That's all right. What's wrong with that?
No, I'm just saying. I think Freddie, that's his...
So did he depict the lollipop? Was that the reason in the movie Friday Night Lights. The coach from okay.
Well, no, that was real.
Yeah.
The lollipop
Yeah.
was
Oh,
a
it was
real
real.
deal. It was
Okay.
real.
Yeah, Freddie always had them lollipops.
He had them lollipops. We're trying to break yourself on some stuff, but yeah, he had a lollipop. I understand. But
He had to stay fresh, Coach.
He had to stay fresh.
He had to stay fresh.
I think the off the field incidents that took place shine a light on the situation that they point and say the best team ever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what they're saying nationally. It sounds good and marketable, and they were a really good team. Don't get me wrong.
Yep.
But Coach, when you look at the stats of what was going on at Yates High School in 1985, I know you talked about the '84 team was really good too.
I'm just going off the eye test.
No,
I know a lot of people, just like down here, we always talk about, I know they have the question, which was the best Kimball teams? And I still think that some of the best Kimball teams were teams that didn't even win the championship.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can say
You know
that
what I'm saying?
too.
No,
Right,
but
yeah.
you know, but identifying them, you're going to say the championship.
Well, you
team.
got to. We say I mean, championship goes on and kind of puts you where you need to be.
Every team has its own challenge every year.
But that Yates team in 1985, them dudes were putting up 400 and some, almost 500 yards a game.
Yeah, but they wouldn't have been able to do that against Carter, Coach. They was out there trying to run a veer.
Yeah.
They would have been, Coach, you trying to run the veer against Carter, Coach, you'd have been. But this team right here, Carter had a team full of linebackers and defensive backs. I don't think one guy on there was a real defensive lineman. That's the kind of speed and quickness they was coming with.
Yeah.
Those guys that was on that line played defensive end and outside linebacker
in college, right?
It was just built on
but
speed.
I mean, but that happens too.
It was just built on speed.
I watched.
And there's more schools today than there was then, right? So it's a little bit more watered down.
Right.
You had
Yeah.
all the players there.
All the guys. I mean, both teams had multiple pros. You know, they went on and had long careers in the NFL. You know, so I mean,
I just think the team before, the Yates team before, if you want to compare against this Carter team, I think it's the year before.
Coach, how good a defensive lineman was Santana Dotson?
Well, he was a baby with the '84 team. Santana was maybe a sophomore, I think.
No, he's a junior. He's just 1 year
Was
behind.
he a
him.
junior?
Yeah, he's at class
Okay.
86, that's 85. Yeah. 5, yeah, they were seniors.
But that's what I'm saying. The '85 team, so '84, Santana come out '86.
Right.
So he was a sophomore. I'm telling you, I remember watching him in the dome.
He won a championship in '85.
In '85.
Right.
But I'm just
But he
talking
went
about,
ahead and
I'm talking
graduated.
about that real good team in '84. He was a sophomore on that team.
He was a sophomore on that team, the team that you say was the better team, right? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. All of those collective people was on
At the end of the day, he ended up having a pretty good pro career too.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you know.
No, absolutely.
Right. You know, along there, Johnny Bailey, I just thought was a really talented guy. That was just a decent NFL
Well, you
player.
just got to realize Carter had between 23 and 30 guys get scholarships, and probably 25 of them was Division I, 24 of them was Division I, maybe. I think they said 22. 22 was Division I scholarship. Coach, if those guys don't get in trouble, they from guys all the way from the sophomores all the way up, they had like 7 or 8 of those guys played pro ball.
Yep.
And we're not even talking about the guys that went to jail.
Yeah.
2 of the guys that went to jail.
Yeah, one of the kids was my roommate's nephew.
Well, how sad is it though? If you look back, I mean, even I look back at my high school career. Some of our best players wound up in jail during high school. I mean, you just like.
And don't make it for a whole lot of social reasons or just making bad choices. But I guess the thing that we got a couple of minutes here before we check back out. It just appears to me, because of the negativity that went on off the field, that it's more marketable.
Oh yeah,
the Carter experience.
Yeah.
than it was.
Oh yeah, that's where the movie come from, the 30 for 30.
Right.
But
all that comes into play. But in other words, they're getting. I mean, and you saying the same thing. I'm saying you're agreeing with me, or whatever.
I'm agreeing with you.
Right. I mean, that kind of bothers me a little bit.
Well, the one thing about the 30 for 30, okay, the story is there. The one thing the story is not about is about how good they were.
Right.
Now you're gonna hear about that in the
when you kind of get into the nuts and bolts of it.
But that's not why they. That's not why they going to talk to them about.
Yeah, they're not analyzing how great that team was.
Yeah, how great they is. You know, they're looking at if Jesse Armstead wasn't on that team, even with the robbery and the state championship, now you got Jesse Armstead.
Right. Yep.
You know, you look at 30 for 30, it's going to be a pro behind it.
As we get ready to roll out and go to break and get back in, we may have an interesting surprise for you when we come back in, but we do have some good news for the state of Texas. The Lufkin boys are up 3-0 in the bottom of the fourth. We're going to jump right in there, Coach, and get on top of it. It's bottom of the first, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Dez might tweet about that.
Yeah.
They win. Dez might tweet.
Yeah, put it out there. Lufkin boys
I just hope Ezekiel don't drop his phone in the pond.
Ezekiel might drop his phone in the pond.
Zeke don't party.
He'll get it in.
Say what they want
You
to.
say whatever you want to say.
Zeke said, I've been broke all my life, Coach.
Yeah, even he getting ready to get it in where it needs to be. But you got the Lone Star Sports Show right here on the Lone Star Sports Network, right there on YouTube. Our folks out there on TX Boys Basketball on Periscope. Not sure exactly what's going on right there on Instagram, but we're here getting in. Snoop Johnson, Aniu Money, Lady Life, Casey Barksdale, and Alan Branch at the Lone Star Sports Network with the Lone Star Sports Show. Giving it to you like it be. We'll be right back with you in just a little bit with more Lone Star Sports Show and more topics.
Basketball Skills Academy begins your road to success with our foundation classes. These classes were created for the beginning basketball player who needs fundamental training rather than game training. These classes provide a progressive mastery of skills that are unique in our industry. We focus on creating a strong foundation by learning technique rather than just focusing on dribbling, passing, or shooting. Our unique combination of a skills matrix within a creative learning environment allows our trainees to learn skills faster than if they just practiced general concepts of the game. It's not what we teach, it's how we teach it that makes the difference. Classes start at $30 for ages 7 and up. Sign up today when we get back on the line, or find more information online at bridgebasketballacademy.com.
I worked my whole life for this one. Another one. DJ Khaled.
Shining, yeah. All of this winning, I've been losing my mind. Oh, hold on, baby, don't try to slow me down. Hold on, don't try to slow me down. And now to make a fool for it. You gon' need a natural when I lose the boy. Ratchet, you a tool, the boy. Say I'm tripping, daddy, say I'm tripping. Mouth talking dirty, but my lips so clean. I'm about it like a bumper car sticker. Better make it smile when you see that big pull up. Money don't make me happy, and a fella can't make me fancy. We smiling for a whole nother reason. It's all smiles through all 4 seasons. Shining, yeah. All of this winning, I've been losing my mind. Hold on, don't try to slow me down. Hold on, don't try to slow me down. Yeah, I dropped the top out the cool. They try to get at me, ooh. They say I'm sweet just like you. Yeah. Say yeah. Said everything young, yeah. Petty, I've been winning steady. Yes, all up on your
Welcome back to the Lone Star Sports Show. Sitting here with my friend Lady Life on the 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s, 10s, and 12s. My good friend Alan Branch got Snoop a Loop, and then got the researcher. I gave you your nickname this time, Snoop.
Snoop a Loop.
Got a good friend of mine on the phone, was gracious enough to take a call, and going to ask him a couple questions about what's going on in Vegas. Got Roy Jones Jr. You doing all right, Roy?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Doing real good.
Hold on, Casey.
You're doing real good.
Put my name out there right now. You got Roy Jones coming over, so you know my name for this segment right here can't be Super Snoop or Snoop the Loop. You know what my nickname is this segment right here?
What you going with?
Hands.
I even heard that one. Roy has some good hands.
That's my.
There was no question about
so
that.
when you refer to me on this segment right here, just call me Hands. We got AB. We got my man right back over here. Get back over here.
All right, Roy. Well,
back in the
now that we've cleared up Snoop's nickname is Hands.
Hands.
Roy, tell us what it's like, the atmosphere in Las Vegas right now.
Well, it's getting close. The atmosphere is starting to pick up. It's Thursday. People starting to fly in. Usually people getting in on Thursday. So
Well,
and that's how it is. So everybody's coming in now.
Man, I bet. Well, let me ask this now: as a boxing guy, how do you feel, and former champion of the world, how do you feel about the fight with UFC versus boxing? What's your thoughts on that?
Well, what I feel about it is, it's something I had tried to do first. I tried to do with Anderson Silva back in the day. But what I feel is that it's more of an event than there's a fight. You can't really call it a fight. You have to call it an event. Because it's not about boxing. Because we know anybody, any kind of sense knows that Floyd Mayweather is 49-0. Conor McGregor is 0-0. How does Conor McGregor even have a chance boxing? So it's more of an event than it is a boxing match.
I agree. That's a great point. Never totally looked at it that way. Personally, I think you'd have knocked Silva out. I'm just going to go ahead and say that right now on the air.
I think I would have too, but I think it would have been a good fight because Silva has boxing experience. Conor has no true professional boxing experience. Silva has about 13 or 14 professional fights boxing. So Silva knew more about what he was getting into than Conor does. Conor's never been to a professional boxing ring with a professional boxer. He has no clue.
Roy, do you think, and I'm going to let Snoop ask a couple questions after I ask this, but do you think this has been good for the popularity? I know we talked about it being an event, but, the UFC's been really good about it. Me and you had dinner one night and talked about this. If the crowd wants to see two guys go at it, the UFC generally tries to make it happen in a short time, where boxing, it seems to take a couple years, and you may miss someone's prime. Is this event going to help boxing maybe go that direction?
I think so, because I see a lot of guys now making big fights in their prime. So I think this event is going to help boxing go more in that direction, which is why me and Anderson Silva was trying to do it even back then. Because we was believing in that, hey, if it's two people that want to fight and if they got big names, why not put them in the ring together and let the world see it? So I understood it all, but I think this will help speed up that process.
Well, I think Snoop's got a puzzle. I'm sorry, Hands has a puzzled look on his face. So
you know what? I don't even have a question right now, Roy. It's just the fact when y'all were just talking about when you just said that Money Mayweather was 49-0 and Conor McGregor was 0-0. For some reason, I just had something that went through my head saying that's almost like me fighting Roy Jones Jr. and my jaw just started hurting. my jaw, the right side of my face just started hurting when I thought of it, just thinking about that right there.
That's a pretty rough thought.
Well, I know you're traveling, Roy, and I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Let's talk about his son. Yeah, I want to know about that.
You got two basketball scouts on here, Roy, so we had a chance to see.
Go ahead, Roy third. Coach, those are headphones, not Mike. You can still talk.
I want to hear what I'm saying.
Okay, you want to hear yourself. Okay.
Yeah, he's going to be up there playing for one of our buddies up there. We'll be in to visit with him. Really proud. Right. Really proud of the toughness that the kid has shown.
Well, Paul's still working, ain't he?
Thus far, huh?
Paul went and got it.
Oh, yeah, Paul went
and had a couple of surgeries so he can move around and go get it, didn't he?
Yeah, we got him a good tough point guard all the way down there in Florida.
That's right.
Yeah, he's with good people though, man. Paul's good people.
Oh, that's my boy.
He'll have a great experience.
Paul, very good people. They put a very good team together. So I'm very proud of it. I thank God for getting the opportunity. Paul looked out for us. Got him a full scholarship to come to Sunday, and now he's looking for him to do work. He showed last year how bad he wanted because he moved all the way to South Florida in his junior year just to play basketball.
There you go.
When we out here in Vegas in the senior year, it shows you that he has to really want it. And like I tell him all the time, Daddy can't want it for you more than you want it for yourself.
Right.
And now he's getting the opportunity to show that he wants it more so than anybody else does for himself. So it's perfect.
Real talk. I think we'll have him here in Dallas doing Thanksgiving. We have an event going on here in Dallas that he'll be.
I don't know if they confirmed it yet. They coming.
Right. Yeah, it's going down. We get that down.
I don't know if they confirmed. Paul like coming to Dallas.
Paul like coming home. Paul come back and hang out with the boys and stuff.
He'll call Nike and get him some nice rain gear and some, he come here with some different warm-ups and stuff on. Paul like that.
They like coming back, come back, see his boys, so the boys can see him. That's what that's the whole deal is.
Oh, yeah.
But no, man, we got you, boy. Man, I really just appreciate it, man, in this sense of entitlement world that we live in with these players all the time. And we just appreciate a dude like you going and being real with your son like that, man, and putting it down the way it's supposed to go.
I do want to say something to Roy. Roy, this is Hands right here. I want to say something to you. I want to say something about Paul, going in not nothing that you probably don't already know, because you wouldn't send your son over there without somebody that you feel like he's in good hands. But I've been knowing Paul since his boys were young kids. When he was here in Dallas.
we had PJ
and I'm gonna tell you,
ever
since Paul was coaching those boys when they were, when those guys were 8, 9 years old, when he coached those guys, he never coached them like I'm your daddy.
No.
He's always treated the whole team. You would never know who his sons are. Yeah, people,
and that's why. That's why I like most of my Paul.
Yeah. No, he's straight up.
Everybody like their head.
Yeah,
that's how you want to leave your son with somebody that can treat him like he's yours, like he's there.
Yeah, you're gonna have him and do what's best for him.
He said the same thing to his boys, like you saying about yours. Daddy can't want it for you. Daddy can't do it. You do what you're supposed to do. I'm a coach I'm a coach. I'm gonna be the coach.
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is. I can't want it more than you do.
No doubt. Congratulations on that, man. Because one thing about
thank you, guys.
with the career, one thing you watch with guys that had a careers like you had in boxing, and you watch some of the guys in the NBA and different things, and you listen to a guy like LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball said the one reason my sons are really good is because I didn't have that career. So I was able to put all that time in there. Now you got a guy like Roy who had the boxing career, and now you done went into you're doing the analyst stuff with all that, and to still see your son be able to be where he is right now, and he didn't take a back seat or lose on anything behind your career.
Right, and it's not any kind of entitlement deal. I mean, I've heard everything. I watched him play all the way across the board. Kid's a tough kid that's doing what he needs to do to make his own way. And that's what's huge, on the process. And we don't get that all the time, Roy. That's why we sound so excited about it.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you get it now, because he is like, you couldn't ask for a better kid, a more hard-working kid. So I thank God for blessing me with it.
Well, he got a chance. He got a chance because he's only getting better. That's the thing.
Yeah.
He ain't maxed out. He ain't maxed out by far.
Well, we're gonna do everything we can do to support him, man. We really appreciate you taking time in your travel time and trying to get out of that madhouse out there. Still probably hot as hell in Vegas too. We left there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so,
it is. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Well, hey, Roy, if Paul does bring that team to Dallas Thanksgiving, I got a spot for you when you get here.
I do that.
Oh man, that's a good deal, man. Peace. Right. Appreciate you.
Thanks for taking the time.
All right, take care. All right, good deal. All right, later.
Roy Jones Jr., ladies and gentlemen, one of the best of all time. You heard it here at the Lone Star Sports Show. Big shout out to my man to the right. That's why I just told him Barksy, coach. Barksy, coach.
Boy, Barksy. How many points you get for that, coach?
5.
Well, I thought that might have been 7.5.
No, I'm gonna give him some more when we come back from the break.
Get back from the break.
It's really refreshing though, and I knew it when I had dinner with him the first time I really ever met him, was to hear him talk about how he's raised his son, and then to be around his son and Roy's wife and how they've raised him, and there is no entitlement, and it's fun.
Did y'all have to pay when y'all went to dinner?
I think I might have bought dinner.
You bought it?
I was absolutely just. He's one of my childhood heroes.
I would have looked at the people at the restaurant crazy. Roy Jones.
Yeah, bro, no tab now. You ain't supposed to get a tab.
Well, he's still in good shape.
But I know he is.
He's still in good shape.
But you know what? I would have looked at them people when they came over the ticket. I say, hey, we're gonna pay this bill right now, but do you know who y'all got in here? you got Roy Jones Jr. and you got Ross Johnson. You got Ross Johnson, the CEO of Cadillac. I'm in here having a meet with Roy Jones Jr. Y'all gonna charge me? CEO of Cadillac.
Oh man, we're gonna keep on grinding and working it right here. Y'all got it right here at the Lone Star Sports Network, where we are getting in and putting it down, trying to bring things to the reality, a true urban sports show, giving you the true perspective of how things really are and how perspectives are in real life situations. So we were glad to have him in. Got it on Basketball Thursday. Yeah. Snoop Johnson, get ready to hit it. Snoop.
Well, I know we're going to go into basketball in a minute, but before we get all that, on the Carter issue, one of the big questions I wanted to ask you guys, I want to see, maybe if y'all know it, but how do you approach it? My question is, do you think the state of Texas stripping Carter of their championship, did it take the title?
You want me to go first because you're going to be better at this than me. My personal opinion is I don't think it ever takes the title. When the NCAA strips you, when they take down the banners,
people saw the game.
You still won the basketball game.
People saw the game.
People saw the game.
And real players always look at that situation and they say, "Hey, those dudes were what they were."
But now you're gonna have some guys and girls that's gonna be out there and say, "Okay, y'all can say it like that," but what tells this team and this team and this team that if they didn't lose the kid, you know, you've had several teams that've been really good. They've lost kids in the first round of the playoffs because of academics, because of grades, lost quarterbacks and really good player, point guard, a different thing. They say, okay, what if we play our guy and we win a championship? And we, you know,
but you didn't win the game. And sports is driven by fans.
But that's what I'm saying. But they didn't even get an opportunity for their best guys to play in the game.
Right.
So that's where the argument comes out to some people. They say that.
Well, and I'm comfortable with them saying that, and that's how it goes down. Sometimes the wind's behind you, sometimes it's in your face.
Right.
That's one thing I know about life. But I still agree with what you said is the people saw the game.
I think it's the eye test. Yeah,
the eye test. You can't get around.
I mean, that's just like South Oak Cliff won the 4 championships in a row, and if you go look in the book, they'll show Sock for 2 championships.
Yeah,
fast circle, Snoop. Fast circle.
But in the
fast circle.
Yeah.
Lone Star Sports Show right here on the Lone Star Network. You got Snoop Johnson, Hands. We had Roy Jones on, former heavyweight champion of the world. Only guy to ever be middleweight heavyweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world. And my man, Uneven Money, doing all the work on the social media and Lady Life on the 1s and 2s. And Broxy got 5-pointer. It might be the record on the Lone Star Sports Show. Get 5 points in one move.
5+, Coach.
5+.
We're gonna
still coming.
When it can still coming.
Still coming. Alan Brad's right here. Give it to you where it is. We'll be right back with you in about 170 seconds with more Lone Star Sports Show. Y'all hang in here with us while we get down into this red zone and give it to you on Basketball Thursday. See you in just a little bit.
You in the presence of greatness, I make it hot for you. Pass the rock to me, block it, I run with it. Here for the game and all the that come with it. So full of focus, I'm insisting on keeping it going. The franchise, I exist in the league of my own. Expect attention, I'm familiar with being ignored. The true back, painted, locking and closing the door. Brick wall in the road, I won't move. The king, I'm like Roy in the ring, I can't lose. Show the face of what compare to man. You wanna walk? Ain't hard to find, I holler back. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you came to get crunk, came to bring life, came to get started, came to get it right. Turn down the music, turn up my mic. When will you I move when my heart say move. Feels like a lion, got nothing to prove. Stubborn as a hot damn mule. God in my corner, can't lose. Trying to get me out my hot damn shoes. See how quick I drop up and get you the blues. They gon' see you on a hot damn move. And I ain't leaving nothing. Mix me to the crime, not a print, not a hot damn clue. Beating these down is what I came to do, and I ain't playing by a hot damn rule. Shaking you down if you ain't paying your dues. We passing up your block and ooh, my screws are loose. Don't call my hand, cause you gon' make me act a hot damn fool. Dead discussion, you will not win, cause I will not lose. Can't be touched, can't be stopped, can't be moved, can't be rocked, can't be shook. We hot. When will you
Lone Star Sports Show right here at the Lone Star Sports Network. You got us on YouTube. You got us right there on Periscope at TX Boys Basketball. Appreciate y'all chiming in. We doing it. Man, Broxy has stepped out for the night. Snoop Johnson and young Rook gonna step up in the saddle and see if he can get a little work in.
Like that. I like that.
Yeah, Rook
came
step over, took the wheel up.
Yeah.
He let him know he in. He's trying to get a feel a little comfortable about it, Coach.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. Lady Life on the 1s and 2s. We got Basketball Thursday. If we're gonna fall on in these last 3 segments, because we got plenty of basketball going on. Everything is basketball. Snoop didn't agree with me the last time I said this, but I'm gonna continue to say it.
Whatever you say now, tell the truth now. Whatever you finna say.
Until I said you didn't agree with me. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that I just feel like the basketball culture, the hoop culture, is just keeps on. It just nonstop. It just keeps on pushing.
Keeps on pushing.
It just keeps on pushing. You don't get that die down. I mean, just right there. I mean, you got You got recruiting going on. We get through summer ball. I think you got so many cultures of summer ball until we turn into like about 11 month, maybe quieting down a little bit in September. Not that much. No. I mean, it's just nonstop.
I just don't know where
it's nonstop.
I mean, what's it like right here at TexasBoysBasketball.com?
I thought it was going to die down after July.
Right.
And
it's been crazy around this camp.
Well, we spent 5 days straight.
Yeah. Right.
Last week.
Locked in, getting in, and we still are behind. You know, we still are behind. We might get Lady Life to come over and help us some. Yeah. But that's the whole deal, man. We had another big piece going on there. My man, I want to say congratulations to Tyrone Maxey joining the SMU basketball staff.
Yes, sir.
A pure basketball guy. Yep. I do know that for sure.
Yeah, about 19, 20 years.
Yeah. No, there's no doubt. So we're glad to get one of the guys from the community over on the hilltop. You know, back in the days when Coach Tubbs was there, and been through. I mean, SMU has had an intimate, sometimes strained, sometimes a little whatever. But with the community. Mm-hmm. But one of the teammates, Carl Wright, played there. Ira Terrell is probably has his jersey retired there. Mm-hmm. Still does television. So the community and SMU has been going a long time. So it's good to kind of revive that, put a little punch in the arm on that situation.
Yeah.
I tell you what, as much as we want to congratulate, we're going to get into some sticky things on that whole deal. What does it do to the community? I think it brings a sense of presence. I think it ignites. I think it stirs up the community. I think it gets people. Keeps SMU in the conversation, Coach.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking just about Tyrese. I'm just talking about the fact that anytime that you're active, one thing I know about recruiting, you got to be active. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the game of basketball. You stand around, you're going to do more watching what happens than you're going to be a part of what happens.
Well, I mean, it goes both ways. We I know I talked to a couple of guys this summer that, they talked about scouting service and different things like that. And I just made the comment to those guys that, you guys better know. You guys better know the difference in a friendship relationship versus a business relationship.
Right.
Some of those guys think just because they talk to college coaches 2 or 3 days a week that they friends. That they friends.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you really have to understand that. And college coaches the other way around. Those guys. What SMU did in Coach Jankovic. I thought that was the move for the next 5 to 7 years. That was the move. And it wasn't just about, see so many people are going to make it about Tyrese.
Right.
They're missing the boat.
They missing the boat that what Tim Jankovic told the basketball world that we're going to do whatever to keep ours here. Mm-hmm. See, that's what he did. Larry Brown did it too. I mean, when he came in, the thing is, they're basically telling guys that you're going to step it up to get them out of here because we're going to do whatever it takes to give ourselves a chance.
We're going to be in the hunt, Coach.
I mean, that just go back to, y'all remember when Emmanuel Moutier was set to go to SMU.
SMU, right. Yeah, he was.
And everybody was trying to figure it out until they saw his brother, John Michael, on the roster. Mm. You see what I'm saying? Mm. So, when you're talking about a 5-star athlete, those are the things that you do. Jankovic could have sat around and been like, man, we're the top 10 team in the country. This kid don't want to come out here. He just don't want to come out here. What he did himself right now is 2 years from, it's a 2-year window. He put himself in the game.
Mm-hmm. He put it, what I say, it's active.
He put himself in the game. You could either move on, and you can move on and let your ego get to it and be like, if you don't want to come, or you could show how much he means. Mm-hmm. And that's what I think he did. But Tim Jankovic also let the basketball world know that we ain't going nowhere. The Larry Brown presence and Dunny did.
It's like what we talked about when we had.
This is Tim Jankovic's first recruiting class. They still under the probation. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he set the table. This is what he did, guys. And we're going to see how it all breaks out and what happens. He set the table for this big, huge class. They'll have 7 scholarships in 2019.
Yeah.
And that's strategically, that in my opinion, that's exactly what happened there. Now, I think the interesting piece is going to be, and I think it's a good problem to have.
Well, Houston has done it for years, Coach. Let me tell you. You look around the state of Texas. We talked about this. If you look around the state of Texas, the one thing I give guys like John Lucas and Jimmy Hicks down there, and yourself, you guys in Houston have created such a culture that without having to say it out loud, guys knew that you better have somebody that got Houston ties if you want to. That guarantee you that you got a shot.
There was always a consciousness about it, right?
That guarantees you a shot. If you look at Texas A&M, Uric is down there. Uric is from Dallas, but Uric has been living in Houston since he's been married. He got strong Houston ties when the SMU when he left when he resigned.
Wife went to med school.
Yeah, when he resigned from SMU, he went down there. He didn't move back. He didn't stay in Dallas. He went back to Houston.
Right.
Was working with John Lucas and those guys like that. You got Corey Barker over at TCU. You know, look at what they're doing. Okay, you down at Texas. You got Jay Lucas. Look at the move Texas made, and look at how they're benefiting from it now. Texas was finna lose Jay to TCU.
That's right.
But guess what? They moved Mike Morrell off the road for a year to keep Jay.
Yeah, it was strategic, though, Coach.
That's the same type
You know
of
what
move.
you call it? Strategy.
That's the kind of move I think this is with SMU.
It's right along the same situation, and people think it's so much about Tyrese. And Tyrese, don't get me wrong, is a hell of a player. He's probably getting ready to be the number one player in the state of Texas at TexasBoysBasketball.com.
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, obviously, I think very highly of him on and off the court as a kid and a player. But the thing that's being laid out on this piece is that we in the American League in here with Big 12, SEC presence, all in here with us and all around us. We're gonna get in here and mix it up.
Yeah.
And they've shown that they could get in here and mix it up by being top 25 and doing what they're doing and going along with the way they've been doing things.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a statement. You're never gonna make everybody happy all the time.
No.
And I'm gonna tell you, even it opens the door. Let's say Tyrese doesn't go to SMU.
Okay.
It still opens a door of consciousness that SMU is serious about competing.
That's what I was saying.
They're in the battle
See,
for the
if
other-
that's what I'm saying. If Tyrese don't go to SMU, it's not going to be because the SMU staff and Tim Jankovich didn't do everything they supposed to do. It's because Tyrese Maxey had in his mind, this ain't what I really want to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
They gave themselves a chance. They showed 5 and 4 star players that we'll do whatever we got to do if it makes sense within the rules. That's what they did within the rules.
Yep.
They showed you. See, for him to make a move like this, and you're still on probation for a year.
For a year, but
you see
you're
what I'm saying?
preparing. When you fall off of there, and you sitting there with them 7 scholarships in 2019, Coach. That ain't gonna be no joke.
That's what I'm sitting there talking about.
That's a lot of work. You
Yeah.
know, and so you're gonna need some help getting that work
And
done.
you
a bunch
mentioned
of
the talent that's in Dallas in 2019.
Well,
Yeah.
and then when
Got that too.
when you're talking 5-star player, when you're talking a 5-star player, look at the national articles that went out today. See, that's just like when Larry Brown had the job. The articles, the kids are doing what you're doing right now, Branch. That's what they do every day.
Yep. Every day.
I see them in my class. They look at Sports Center and ESPN. They come in today talking about, Coach, did you see the top 100 and top 60 came out and all that? I wasn't even paying attention to it. But kids stroll on stuff like that. So guess when they stroll and what they saw? SMU hires 5-star. See, that's 5-star.
Yeah.
SMU hires 5-star players' dad.
That's right.
You see what I'm talking about? To them, guess what? Another 4-star or 5-star kid that doesn't live in Dallas, guess what they're sitting there saying? They're not even reading the dad part. They sitting there saying
5-star.
sign the 5-star. In their head, they're thinking like some of these other coaches that's washing their hands with it, that boy going to SMU.
Yep.
So guess what? Them players in other cities are saying, do I want to play with Tyrese Maxey? That's what they're saying. They don't know if he's going or not, but that's what they're saying.
Yeah, but it just puts you in the mix. One thing I've known in all my days of dealing with recruiting, running a recruiting service, and watching the process is that good players want to play with good players.
Good players want to play. Coach,
Because people want to win, Coach.
They want to win, Coach. They want to win. Once they finish getting their deal done, they want to win.
Coach, you got all kind of crazy things. You got guys like Drew Timme still hanging around here. I mean, you got so many guys. You got a Samuel. Does that make Samuel Williamson look at things differently in that class? I mean, those are guys. Trey Williams. I mean, it could be a big deal. I mean, SMU going to get all those guys? No, they don't need to get all of them. You got a guy like DJ Thorpe playing in the bushes, who is way better than people realize. I got him at 22 right now, but he's it'll be changing here in a minute.
Okay.
We just been busy. We ain't got around to it. All you folks out there at the Lone Star Sports Show, we just been busy.
Coach, you remember about that icebreaker when we was getting ready to go into April, and I kept on asking. I said, Coach, you got to contact with that TJ Ford Austin team.
Yep. I actually talked to TJ about that today.
We need to get this team over here, Coach.
Yep. No, there is no doubt. But it's I use the term moving to the next generation. When I say the next generation, I don't mean literally the next genetical generation. I'm talking about generation based on the recruiting process.
Right.
This is the regime. Regime would have been a better word than generation.
Yeah.
That would have been a better word.
It's a new era.
Yeah, new era.
It's a new era.
Is another good word.
With this group that just graduated, you know, when they just graduated, that's the Larry Brown era. That's the group that Larry Brown even set out.
Lone Star Sports Show right here at the Lone Star Sports Network, getting it in. We down in the red zone as we get down to our last two segments. Alan Brandt, Snoop Johnson, Aniu Money, The Rook, Lady Life on the ones and twos. We're trying to give it to you. We're finna punch it in the end zone. Hang tight right here on Basketball Thursday while we get the last piece of this done. Right back in about 170 seconds.
Bridge Basketball Skills Academy begins your road to success with our foundation classes. These classes were created for the beginning basketball player who needs fundamental training rather than game training. These classes provide a progressive mastery of skills that are unique in our industry. We focus on creating a strong foundation by learning technique rather than just focusing on dribbling, passing, or shooting. Our unique combination of a skills matrix within a creative learning environment allows our trainees to learn skills faster than if they just practiced general concepts of the game. It's not what we teach, it's how we teach it that makes the difference. Classes start at $30 for ages 7 and up. Sign up today when we get back on the line, or find more information online at bridgebasketballacademy.com.
Bad boy,
I'm proud of myself. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm proud of myself. That's the way I sound, and the way I walk, the way I walk and talk. I tell them watch close and jot notes. If you use my approach, you can dock boats. Yeah, you can get exposed to all that. Girl, you know I'm hard to get a hold of contact. Probably overseas with business owners and all that. Flights to Minnesota with dinner over a contract. See lame, going do lame shit. How you flexing when your crew ain't figure you ain't probably trick on something you ain't hit. Tried to do me, but the shoe ain't fit. And your juice ain't lit. So tell them niggas, I said break bread off. You know, spray lead off. Take heads off. Break law, pay feds off. You ain't never me. Poppy got the cake and sped off. With your fake set off. I keep niggas on rooftops to watch you. I move by smooth, even keep the new spots supplied to. I slide through back of the Maybach. Badu, something 5'2" to fly do. How you? I don't know you yet, but I'm trying to. I leave your mind blue. If you don't mind trying to climb through new portals of time, yeah, I think it's time to never slip up. One of the homies get picked up, sell all the whips and switch the cribs up. Get my dicks up by mermaids, black shades, Hermes. The whole last winter I went through a fur phase. Yeah, that's summer 32, effortless, bad boy shit. And we won't stop, cause we can't stop. B.I.G. Brooklyn, yeah, Puff Daddy New York, yeah, bad boy, yeah, unstoppable.
Big blunts and grass made back on the dash. 40 karat gold Cartier on the class. Me coats for shooters.
Oh, that ain't bad right there. Yeah. Well, Brand's gonna get one of you with it. Yeah, I see. Lone Star Sports Show rolling back here on the Lone Star Sports Network. We got some Rick Ross and some stuff like that going in.
Coach. That's one of them right there. That's one of them tracks, Coach. Just
keep on hitting like
20 years from now, you're gonna be able to throw it in. Somebody else gonna wrap up for it.
I'm looking for the remote, Coach. The Lufkin boys are up 8-0 with 2 guys on base with no outs.
Dad's getting the T-shirts ready right now. every person in Lufkin gonna have a T-shirt, and it's gonna have an X on the back of it, so they know Dad's bought them.
No Dad's bought them.
Coach, let me go on. I know we left out. We was talking about SMU, and I know we're gonna go on to something else with SMU. But let me read a quote. It says more often.
9-0.
It says more often than not, this type of hiring would lead to the college commitment of Tyrese Maxey. Though his father said that was not the case. This is a quote from Tyrone Maxey. It doesn't affect him at all, meaning Tyrese. I tell people this is an opportunity for me. Opportunity to be in a college
coach, right?
You know, the opportunity for me. This is not going to affect him one way or another. In my household, we support him, and this is about him, and this is about his recruiting process. Wherever he wants to go, that is where we're going to support wholeheartedly. It is not one of those kind of deals.
There you go, right there.
What do you think about that?
Well, I think two things about it. I mean, I think if that's what's on his mind. It's the right things, right quote, it's the right thing to say. It's in all the right things. On the flip side of it, you know who I work with every day, and what I do for a living. You know, the truth of the matter. And I mean, I love Tyrone to death. I mean, I have a lot of respect for him. We have a solid, working relationship. My clients are not going to believe it.
Yeah. And it's supposed. I mean, that's why it was such a great move by Jankovic.
Yeah, right. It was a strategic move. Not going to believe it.
Yeah,
and it's going to be a tricky situation. I think the guys that believe that are going to have a tremendous chance to recruit Tyrese, and it's going to really clear the room, if you will.
Yeah,
of a lot of fluff. A lot of times in recruiting, you getting this on it because you're doing a lot of articles and writing stuff all the time. Guys are like, oh, this school, that school.
Yeah.
I got 12 schools. I got to narrow my list down to 8 and all that.
It's never more than 3 or 4 schools.
Right. It's never more than 3. And it's what you're going to see in this situation. There's not going to be a lot of fluff and a lot of carrying on. It's going to really be cut down to this kid can go to one school and there are going to be 2 to 3 schools that are there. I mean,
like earlier than
yeah. I mean, from everything that I could see in my and what the tea leaves are telling me and some of my investigation, this kid could end up in the Big Ten at Michigan State with Tom Izzo.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a long ways to go, but Tom Izzo is not backing up not one bit. With this situation.
Well, this is the thing, Coach. This is another reason. Let's go on the Tyrese side of it now. This is the side that made the move with KT Turner and Tim Jankovic so great. This is what made the move so great. Guess what? They got an individual now that goes home every day with SMU practice stuff on, warm-ups on every day.
Yeah. And give them a shot. And give them a shot where
That's the word right there, Coach.
Where they possibly had no shot. See, I don't mean any offense or
but
anything.
I'm saying you got 2 years of seeing a person go home with that warm-up on every day.
You get a little subliminal messages start clicking in.
Well, now a family that's this close, now Tyrese don't miss any SMU games if South Garland not playing now.
Right. Oh, yeah. Yeah,
see, in the past they went out there when his boys and all them going.
They got a prime.
We all gonna go to the nice game, but guess what? He's not gonna end up at TCU's game or Oklahoma. None of those games mean more than going over to support because they're a supportive family. If you've seen that, I mean they're a close supportive family. Last night, Tyrese just took the SMU job, but he's been already out there with his baby girl out there at volleyball practice. One of the things that Tyrone wasn't looking to do is
leave the Metroplex.
Well, just miss time with his family.
Yeah. Well, leaving the Metroplex has got a big part of that, right? Yeah.
I mean, I'm talking about. I mean, it was such a good situation because Coach, told him that he has no road responsibilities in recruiting. So I mean, his thing is he's gonna be at the dinner table with the family.
Yeah, might get there a little late, but he'll get there.
Yeah.
College basketball was the coach.
I understand that.
He'll be there. He can be able to go home. Yeah. I mean, KT gets there. He gotta get there a little late sometimes. He gets there
a lot of times. Because he sit there and he talking on the phone. He said, "I'm in the office."
Yeah, no, he's still talking.
But that's coaching.
That's coaching.
That's
basketball.
Coaching. I mean, I wasn't even a college coach, but I ain't
coach. You didn't get home. I talked to you more time.
Yeah, I'm at 8 o'clock, 8:30 up there because you got in high school you got that long day of school. So a lot of stuff that you want to take care of business because you don't want to take it home, you do it after practice.
Right? Yeah. But it's still, it's just a grind, Coach. It's just a full blown grind. A lot of programs are one of the things I think that's taken for granted is the overseas tour. Do you know how good that is for kids?
Yeah.
Get that international travel.
Well, I mean, just exposing kids. At the same time, you get a chance to, bond your team with new guys that come in, with the rules.
Yep.
You get a chance to bond them.
Yep. No, that's a lot goes on.
I mean, that means that means
University
a
of
lot.
Texas spent two or 3 days after they were done playing, down there hanging out in Australia.
Just kicking it.
Yeah, let's go over here. Go do this, do that.
Yeah.
They were glad to get back. I think when they made it back in because there was information, and we back here in Dallas and actually bus back to Austin. But it's just a tremendous opportunity, like you say. Anytime you get a chance to put your team together, allow them to make some mistakes that don't count against them.
Don't count against them.
Right. And clear up and identify some roles for guys to be able to understand, what works and what doesn't work.
And they having a good time.
Yeah. And they run around and kind of loose, and there's not as much pressure on as going to be.
Yeah.
And I mean, you're getting a whole lot of things done at the same time. And I think that's one of the things that people don't understand the process or the advantage of being a part of a men's basketball program.
Yeah, but where did Texas and Kansas go? Texas went to
Australia. And they toured the whole continent of Australia.
And Kansas
was in Italy.
Italy. I mean, okay, you just look at those teams right there. Okay, what do you think that does to Marcus Garrett? This is Kansas already. It's already Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the Big 12. We didn't play for Final Fours and pros and all that. And then you come in there and lay the schedule out saying, and we're getting ready to go to Italy.
Everybody get the passport together.
You going to Italy too. I mean, if you sign with us, we need you to go and get a passport because we're going to Italy before you even start before the season.
As much as it's a recruiting tool, but and you've heard me before, Snoop. You know how I feel about this.
Yeah.
It's probably a new thing.
Now, these are kids that Vegas was big to them, going to Vegas.
And that's my point. This is what people don't understand. Everybody talks about kids playing in the NBA. A men's basketball experience, scholarship, is such a opportunity for the relationship building. I'm not talking about with your teammates, but the people that you're going to be exposed to.
Mm-hmm.
There's no greater education. You see all the books in this room and library stuff. There's no greater education than exposure. I mean, just like the other day, do you think Jay will ever be intimidated when he walks into his first radio studio or television studio situation after his experience here on his 12th birthday of being in front of Mike and knowing he'll be on the air?
Yeah.
Now, exposure is the best education you can possibly get, Coach.
That's right.
I can take a joker, man, and take him over here and let him hear this language. Take him over to this museum. Take him to this neighborhood. Take him around this culture, this ethnicity. The more you do that, the more confidence a kid gets.
Yeah.
And that's what people don't understand, and they take for granted about.
No, you hit that on the head because I mean, you talking about a kid. You talking about a guy like me, 18 years old. That last 4 years I've been around all blacks and Hispanics, and then I go to North Texas and I sit in the class and they were one minority was me.
Coach, I left Roosevelt and went to the University of Texas. My first introductory civil engineering class had 400 people in it, and there was 3 of us in there.
Yeah, I didn't want to raise my hand for nothing.
No. So I mean, those are all the things. I mean, so now you're putting kids in situations they're going to be prepared. They're going to be really in just really good situations. Texas team gave up 2 runs, but they back in. They headed back in. We're going to go to bat 9-2.
Oh yeah,
yeah. They get it in. I told you I'm gonna be watching because you said I was gonna be. Yeah. I'm on top of it.
You ain't got no choice but to watch it right now.
Right in front of you. It popped up right in front of me.
You're gonna be able to do some other things after a while.
Yeah.
I mean, you got like right now. I mean, you got a football game on right in preseason football. This is a third.
Getting down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah. This is the third week. Yeah, this is
red zone, coach.
This is where they finna play.
Yeah,
they finna play about 3 quarters.
Hey, y'all out there on the Lone Star Sports Network, I'm gonna drop this on Snoop Johnson at the same time. Lady Life and I had a working lunch yesterday.
Okay,
and we got a chance to take a look. And man, you won't guess where the Lone Star Sports Show got an invitation to come and do.
What's that?
On Thursday nights to come in at Bab Barbecue on stage with the full deal.
Oh yeah,
laying it down with old Bab, your boy.
That's bad. That's mean.
Bab said he want to see it.
Bab's gonna, but you know what? Bab set it up. Bab gonna have his band playing and everything.
Oh, man, Bab gonna let the whole thing
do intermission. I mean, do commercials.
Right.
Bab gonna have it set up.
Bab gonna get. Lady Life couldn't really imagine the scene. She never been there at that time. But that's the real deal. You ever been over there when they getting down, Coach?
I didn't been there.
Coach, they get down over there.
I was at the old place when they got down across the street over there.
Yeah, right. Before they moved across there.
But they tore all that down and built that. What they call it?
Trinity Grove. Is that what it is, lady?
That's it.
Yeah, Trinity Grove. Nice place.
Yeah.
Lone Star Sports Show at Bab Barbecue. Y'all stay tuned for that. We're gonna be giving it to you like that.
Our first invitation.
Huh?
That our first invitation.
That's our first invitation, unsolicited invitation.
Yeah,
we got tip of those over there, but they got a friend over there. Yeah,
that old place over there. I might go in there. I might go put me some money down on a little spot over there. Put me a little lock the spot down right now. About 2 years from now, give me some money to open something up.
Yeah. It don't need to be a restaurant because they got plenty of restaurants. So pretty competitive over in the restaurant business.
I ain't gonna sell that. I might sell I might sell something like, the little nasals that go on your tires.
Yeah, something just real specific.
I might sell some tire nasal tops.
So let the population build up over there. They moving in, they developing. It's coming along because you might just want to buy that land investment property right now.
Watch how many cars you walk around that people that stole your nasals off of that.
Over there.
Yeah.
Lone Star Sports Show right here on the Lone Star Network.
I want to walk around with no Mercedes Benz without no top.
Any of y'all that want to get in this business endeavor with Snoop Johnson, he put it all together and get it lined up where it need to be. You got the Lone Star Sports Show with Snoop Johnson, Money the Rook, Lady Life on the ones and twos, and yours, Alan Branch, giving it to you right here.
And listening to Rihanna.
Listen to Rihanna get it down just like we're supposed to be. Only the people on YouTube getting the real Rihanna. You need to let the people on Periscope get a little. There it is right there. Back with you in 107 seconds with more Lone Star Sports Show. In the red zone, baby.
Diamonds are nothing when I'm rocking with you. Diamonds are nothing when I'm shining with you. Just keep it white and black as if I'm your sister. I'm too hip to hop around town to hit with you. I know I get wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
Hey. I heard that for the taking. I heard it got these up going crazy. Yeah, I treat you like a lady. Till you burned out, cremation. Make it cream, yeah, Wu-Tang. Throw that back bouquet. Call me and I could get it, you say. I could tell you gone off the door. Careful, mama, why what you say? You talking to me like your new babe. You talking like you trying to do things. Now that pipe gotta run it like she Usain, baby. You made me drown in it, ooh, touche, baby. I'm carrying that water, Bobby Boucher, baby. And you know I'ma slaughter like I'm Jason. Busted, why you got it on safety? White girl wear shit on brown liquor. I probably shouldn't be around you. Cause you get wild, wild, wild. You looking like it's nothing that you won't do. What you won't do? Hey girl, that's when I told you.
When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, 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 thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled. DJ Khaled.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. When I'm with you, all I get is wild thoughts.
Give it to you like it is. I think they told me that's Brianna.
Rihanna, man.
Rihanna doing what it's supposed to do.
He's learning.
He hating, coach.
I'm hating, coach. What I'm
hating
doing?
on the coach.
I ain't on the
He
learning.
hating on the coach.
No, man.
No, you know, Brent got two drivers like so. He got that H-Town on the side, so he kind of hating on that Beyonce a little bit. I'm telling you, hating on the side. He want y'all to think that
it's deeper than that,
coach.
deeper than that.
He got that Houston
Well,
driver license.
they'll
take a shot. They'll protect their own down there. See, Brent don't clown him until he get pissed off at him a little bit. They argue a little bit. It's just tight bun down there. Brent did some real years down there, coach.
I did some time down there, coach. I ain't no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I did some time. Actually, I spent more time away from home than I did at home.
You spent majority of your adult life
We'll spend all my own though.
That's what I'm talking
right.
about.
No, ain't no doubt about it. No, it's been good to be back in the Plex though, baby.
Yeah.
Like y'all see up here, right here in the Cliff.
That's they say the Plex.
It's Texas at the Plex.
I tell them I'm from
we in the Cliff. We in the Cliff. Plex for them dudes that's on the outskirts. Huh? we down here.
We ain't claim the whole city all the time. we ain't always claim the whole city.
Get right down in the grip where it all started.
Cause it's enough in the Cliff.
It's enough in the Cliff.
We win.
I always say that.
We won in football. We won in basketball. We won in track. You name it.
Well,
everything you want is right here in the Cliffs. We don't have to go nowhere else for nothing.
I'm comfortable.
Not during our era. Not during our era.
I'm comfortable with it, Coach. I'm comfortable with it.
Not during my era. I think I had one of the best eras, Coach. I mean, we won. You got to realize we won a basketball championship at Kimball. Mm-hmm. We won a football state championship at Carter. We won girls track at Carter. Mm-hmm. We won South Oak Cliff track. Mm-hmm. Boys.
Cannon
them. Roosevelt.
Mm-hmm. Roy Morton.
Coach, my era, boy, was. I'm talking about after Roy.
The Cliff has been good the whole time.
That's what I'm talking about.
Sometimes I came back, y'all done changed it around. It's just South Dallas. I got to tell me how all that worked out.
Let me tell you. They started calling. That's when Lincoln had their time, and we wanted. Everybody kind of wanted Lincoln to be a part of it all. I guess they call it Southwest, the Southwest side.
Southwest side.
Yeah. When you talk South Dallas, Kimball and Carter never was in the conversation. We was never in the conversation when you talk to South Dallas. South Dallas to us was always Roosevelt, Madison, Lincoln.
Coach, when we was at Roosevelt, Madison and Lincoln
was the only South Dallas.
That's the only South Dallas, Coach. South Dallas, you got to go across the bridge where it's wet, Coach. When I came back, y'all was selling beer and wine and whiskey everywhere now around the camp too.
We used to claim Roosevelt over there, and then over here at Oak Cliff.
Coach, when did it?
Oak Cliff was soft.
When was Oak Cliff not dry anymore? When did that happen?
Oh, Coach, that just happened. Maybe
that slipped in on me, boy.
That just happened, Coach. That just happened. Maybe
no more going across the bridge, Coach.
No, everybody had about 4. Coach, do you know if it was beer right down the hill on Boulder when I was at Kimball? Coach, we used to meet second period, Coach. We used to meet second. Once we finished, we graduated. We knew we ain't. We just buckled around with elected. After first period, Coach, we meet at the car going across the bridge.
Go across the bridge.
We come back. It's at lunchtime.
Back in the day, everybody was across the bridge.
Yeah.
A lot of different people would see different people that crossed the bridge too.
Oh yeah, had that look on your face, boy. We come back across.
They come back over there. So some of the adults they go across the bridge. They see, wait, what y'all doing? What y'all doing?
It just depends on if you was on that Mad Dog, that Wild Irish.
Yeah, Wild Irish Road,
or we was drinking one of them old English.
Yeah, old
8-ball.
8-ball. Well, see, we set all that up for y'all, Coach. Country club.
See, we didn't do all that during our season. Once basketball was over, we won the championship, won that state championship. We wasn't running no track.
Yeah,
we threw it all that. It's all about kicking it now. Yeah. That's all we thought about was kicking it every day, kicking it. Well, that's why the one thing about this, what she got on right there.
Yeah, what I'm trying to listen to.
That's that Oak Cliff. That's Oak Cliff. I
know that. I pick up on that too.
I pick up on it. We just know it. You know. But let me tell you this 30 for 30, it's about Carter, but it's going to hit home across the board with all of us because we lived it. Yeah. It's going to hit home. I just watched the commercials. I just remember when those guys got in trouble, they went the whole summer and they didn't get convicted and sentenced. It was in the fall. Mm-hmm. My senior year. Mm-hmm. I remember us we had just went across, and we got back, and I remember everybody at Kimball, because a lot of the guys at Carter dated the girls at Kimball,
right, and vice versa.
Mm-hmm. Well, we messed with some of them, we was over there at Duncanville, DeSoto. We wanted to feel like we, they wanted a hood dude. The suburb wanted a dude from the hood.
That was the way it was when I was coming over. It was Carter. This was a suburb.
Well, we grew up with the girls at Carter and Kimball, so at that time we were looking for something different.
But when you were at Roosevelt and Sock, you was real hood dude.
Yeah,
real deal. So when you dated, we used to come out to the pep rallies when Carter was sitting out there with nothing else around. It was sitting out in the middle of the field.
Yeah,
and we come around, go Skyline or Carter. We was. Yeah, we were stepping up. They thought they had a.
Oh yeah,
they thought they had a real.
But that was same thing.
Real deal.
But that was the same thing from Kimball. The way we looked at the guys from Carter is that it was the haves and have-nots.
Oh, yeah.
We looked at them because they had guys were driving around in
Trans Am and Z28. That's right.
Trans Am, they had parents.
We were there trying to put our little 76 Novas and stuff together.
all of their kids was living in houses like I was with both parents.
That's right.
got aunties and everybody helping out, buying you this, buying you that.
Right.
And I'm gonna tell you what y'all finna see tonight. That's where it started around. Those guys had it. But
Well,
let me tell you,
it's
this.
right here in this neighborhood where we're sitting right here,
tell you,
Coach.
and you gonna listen to these guys talk. We would be at the elementary, just partying, sitting around, guys shooting dice and everything. Those guys,
That's what I told you.
those guys couldn't believe. They couldn't believe, Ani, that as big as their names are, and everybody sitting around saying, "You going to this school? You going to that school? You going to that school? You going to that school?" To see a regular Joe go in there and pull a knot out like that wasn't selling dope.
Mm-hmm.
And they thing is, we know we going to a big school, but these dudes is out splurging us.
Right.
Yeah.
And then these guys was telling stories of how easy, because they never went to places that they didn't know somebody.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They didn't know somebody. You had one day a deal went bad, and now when they get you in there,
Coach, that
now
whole
trying
deal-
to save themselves.
That was that.
They messed themselves up by giving up them other names and making it turn into a game.
That's that Pizza Inn
Right
right
there
there.
on
on
Red Bell
El-
Lane.
What about the one? They never went to that one right there on Illinois, right there by Winwood.
Could have.
I thought that looked like that was one of the spots in the movie.
Now up here on Redbury Lane where it's like if you look at it, it used to be a Pizza Inn or Pizza Hut, whatever.
You back up there to my where it was Sportsman Corner, where Brahms used to
Right
be
there.
and all that.
There
Yeah,
you go.
Right. Yeah.
There you go. That one used to get hit up all the time.
That's crazy.
And then the one where they got busted, the place, the video place is right up here. Right up the hill.
That's back on
No, up
Polk.
there.
Yeah,
Up there off Polk and Camp Wisdom up there.
Polk and Camp Wisdom.
Old video
up there.
store, yeah.
Back where the Aquarius Theater used to be.
Well, actually,
do you remember
across
the Aquarius Theater? You remember the Aquarius?
Yeah, across the street, because that's where I went and saw Jaws.
Yeah. Okay.
I
there
saw
you go.
Jaws over there. And
Yeah. Oh no, we used to sit in the parking lot. We set it out. Out
I
there,
went and saw
of course,
Ben.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson.
About the
Michael
rats.
Jackson saw the song, sang
Yeah.
the song. Everybody come out there crying.
Yeah.
When Mike started hitting it at the end of the. Yeah.
Unni and Lady Life sitting around like, what in the world are they
Yeah.
talking
I
about?
was just listening.
that was the movies then, boy.
Yeah.
I'm talking about when you walk out the movies, it was packed.
Yeah.
But you know what? Everybody couldn't wait till Friday to go to the movie because it was so fun. Just sitting there having fun. Dudes sit back there, you mess around. I mean, if y'all watch the movie Cooler High, I mean, that was
the life we lived.
That was the
If y'all
movie.
seen Cooler- I mean, that was truly the way that was the social life we lived
Dudes
in.
sitting in there because everybody in there is people you know.
Yeah,
So you get
everybody
in
know
there,
you.
it ain't nothing for a dude to go in there and take out some them little little cherries or whatever.
Cherry bum,
Them
right.
cherry buns and
Right.
M&M's and popcorn, be throwing it down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, we were doing a little bit.
And it was
of
a fight every Friday.
Every Friday. Yeah.
Every Friday was a fight.
It was a deal. I mean,
It was
the
gonna be a fight.
the crazy
Wasn't no
part about
shooting,
it,
but it was gonna be a fight.
I mean,
Big
and
fight.
it's
Big
coming
fight.
on here in just a little bit, and I mean, it's been a great week in the Lone Star Sports Network with all the topics, the hiring, what's going on at SMU, the fight coming. We're going over to look at that. We're taking another look at football, basketball is still rocking and rolling at this thing.
Preseason's finally almost over.
Preseason finally almost over, and in some kind of weird warped way, I think we're making some progress on this Colin Kaepernick thing. It has nothing to do with him getting a job or not getting a job. I just think anytime that you're addressing
I think
something,
you're gonna get a job, Coach.
Yeah,
I think you're gonna get a job.
But I think the fact that it's being talked about,
Charlottesville, Coach. We ain't gonna never give it credit, and it don't deserve any credit. What happened in Charlottesville? But I'm telling you, Charlottesville put some national recognition out there that it's some white people, some good white people, do not want to be identified. Whether it was them or not, it identified. That's just like us as black folks when we see other black kids walking around here looking crazy and embarrassed.
You don't want to be.
We
You
not
don't want to be
looking at-
associated with that.
No, we looking at them like y'all making us look bad.
Right.
And see, that's the same thing some of these white folks is making. They're looking at them saying, damn, now here we are in 2017 asking people why are we still talking, look at this. That's why you had those guys putting their arms on that. And you saw guys like Carr in Oakland.
Yeah, Derek
they did it, but Carr made sure that he let them know this is not a protest. This was the support for my brother. You know.
And you kept
they
saying
staying away from it.
You kept saying the whole time at some point that this thing was going to come
Something
back.
big was going to happen.
Yeah, that was going to come back around. That we weren't going to be able to make the direction and head direction we need to go until
watch the end of this preseason. Now I'm telling you something. Next week is that dress rehearsal that's not important because they still know that the football season we got to get prepared.
Right.
So I don't think they messing with these first 3 weeks.
Yeah,
See,
trying to get ready.
next week they know it's going to be is not that important.
Yeah, backup's fine.
Something gonna happen next week, Coach. I'm telling you, don't be surprised if don't nobody show up and they boycott that final preseason
Basketball
game.
Thursday. We got a minute. We got a
that.
minute and 45 seconds to hit this thing out right quick.
I'm telling you.
Where we need to drop this thing down right quick.
They not gonna
Who
do
got
anything
the
to hurt their
best
team.
of the trade in the, with IT and Kyrie?
I think it was even.
It was even.
I think it was even.
I think it's pretty close to even, but I lean toward the Celtics.
Well, I think both teams.
Nobody lost. That's for sure.
Yeah, no one lost.
I think both teams.
I think it's like an A minus.
The one thing about it,
like, you know,
the one
if you
thing
wanna
about it,
grade
both teams needed to make a change, and they got a good players back for it.
Right.
They knew in Boston they wanted to make a decision on IT.
Yeah.
Because
they weren't going to give him no supermax.
No.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go get Kyrie for 2 years now, and we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Right. And they said he's likely to resign.
Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. He's not gonna do it before the signing day.
Right.
He's not gonna commit to him. Right. You know, I mean, nobody's gonna do that after they. LeBron has set the tone for that.
Yeah. Well, there it is right there. Lone Star Sports Show on the Lone Star Sports Network. We got a lot of things coming at you. Progress is making. Coach, we got it all in today. You know, sometimes you get in the red zone, you have to kick a field goal.
Yeah.
We punched it in today, Coach.
Well, I mean, Coach, that happens, Coach, when you got your starting quarterback. I mean, look at the Cowboys when Tony Romo was out and they had no backup quarterback. They kicked a lot of field goals.
Kicked a lot of field goals.
You got
field goal night, Coach.
You got Dak. Dak is here, Coach.
Yeah. Are you here? All right, Dak. That's your eighth segment nickname, Dak.
Dak is here, Coach.
Dak.
That's right.
I saw Dak putting up some good numbers. Yeah. We don't see now. We laid it all out and got it done.
You just said it right now. You said we cleaned
it up right there. I went back and caught that NBA piece there, lined it up right there.
Yeah. You give yourself about 3 points for that. You know, when you ad lib.
Lone Star Sports Show, getting it in on the Lone Star Network. Lady Life on the ones and twos.
Shout out to Oak Cliff. Shout out to Carter. Shout out to Carter.
Y'all chime in.
Everybody
Shout
chime
out
in
to the Lufkin boys. Y'all get it closed out for the Texas, for the home team.
Dez Bryant.
Under Your Money was hitting on all cylinders on Google tonight. Hitting the research just like where it's supposed to be.
Google missed on that Cardi B.
I did it.
Two virgins.
I did it.
We checked it out.
Yeah,
Luke Johnson. We'll be back with you on Tuesday with more Lone Star Network.
He with the clean version. Only 2 times. I can't believe that. What was I listening to?